don't wanna say anything, cause if I do I might say the wrong words. Oh no. So I'll keep my mouth shut and not listen, afraid I lose you if I didn't. Till we find what we're missing and compromise. So I'll keep my shoes on and not leaving. We're on thin ice, winter season. Till we find a single reason not to say goodbye. Oh, if I said what's on my mind, would you stay with me tonight? If I said what's on my mind, would that make you run and hide? Run and hide. Run and hide. If I said what's on my mind, would that make you run and hide? Would that make you run and hide? Run and hide. Run and hide. Oh, would that make you run and hide? Don't know what to do anymore. I'm out of options, nothing's working. I'm out of service. Come help me now, I'm fucking nervous. I'm trying but can't scratch the surface. So I'll keep my mouth shut and not listen, afraid I lose you if I didn't. Till we find what we're missing and compromise. So I'll keep my shoes on and not leaving. We're on thin ice, winter season. Till we find a single reason not to say goodbye. Oh, if I said what's on my mind, would you stay with me tonight? If I said what's on my mind, would that make you run and hide? Run and hide. Run and hide. If I said what's on my mind, would that make you run and hide? Would that make you run and hide?
Say I'm good-hearted, but I'm just getting started. Got my eyes on the target. No, till the battle's won, till kingdom come. I'll never run. Best to give me your loyalty, cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me your loyalty, cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. They say I'm dangerous, cause I broke all their cages. No, I won't sit and take it. No, no. They left me for dead, I guess I'll never learn. Every time I break, there's just more pain to
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope boys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back, boys. Welcome back to another wonderful, beautiful live stream. How you boys all doing? How are all of you guys? How you doing? We got ourselves Alexander. We got ourselves Lewis Midnight, Faye. We got ourselves Noko, Aaron. How are you guys hanging? Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful evening, my dudes. We got ourselves more duels on the way for that day. Just doing a really quick look here. Been working on a video. Doing some small prep stuff. Yeah. So okay, cool. It looks like that is true. You know what I wanted to look up just now? You know what I was taking the second out of my day to do? Look up how good crit is for Mystery Monks. Why? You have to find out. Is there potentially a legendary for Mystery Monks that came out in patch 91? On one of the covenants that has to do with a lot of crit? Maybe or maybe not plays into some cooldown reduction mechanic of a 3-minute cooldown down to maybe a 1-minute cooldown, which could be huge. Imagine if you played sub-rogues and Shadowblades was a minute cooldown instead of 30. Or, better yet, imagine if you played Assassin Rogues, because I know a lot of you guys find this spec popular. What if Vendetta was like a 30-second cooldown? How big would that be? And that's kind of what I want to look into. But anyway, thank you boys so much for joining today. We got duels up and running. Fizbay, we got ourselves Woodster, David, Kren, the beautiful Chicago. How you boys all doing? Welcome back. Welcome back. Let me get the music back up and running here, boys. Hopefully the NA boys are ready for the day. By the way, we got ourselves good old duels, dude. Good old duels. Let's hop on the server, see how you guys got a 5. Perfect. We just need a second team of 5 over on the NA, and we're good to slam, boys. I think a non-rogue player would die with that change. Yeah, even rogues would die, but it's not rogues, right? So it's not related to rogues. Before we figure out, that isn't what I'm saying is literally Vendetta is becoming a 30-second cooldown. Far from it. This is just an example of, hey, what if? Right? What if? The what ifs are the important part. Because there's a class out there that can take a 3-minute cooldown down to a 1-minute cooldown. It might be massive, and it's something I want to play around with a bit. But I also want to make a video on a bunch of the biggest hitters for, I'm not even going to mention it, but it has to do with classes and covenants. That's all I'm gonna say. There's no point in saying it right now. We're not here for that. We're here for the duels, boys. Here for the good old duels, dude. Look at this man right here. Look at this boy right here. I want to put some enchants on those weapons, dude. I'm gonna make that demon hunter for no reason look like some gladiator demon hunter for no reason otherwise, because you're US. So Fridays are for EU, Saturdays are for NA. Today for me it is a Saturday. So it is NA today. EU is Friday. Come back. I was gonna say come back yesterday, but that wouldn't really work out, would it? But if we were to come back yesterday, yeah, boys, that's, yeah. Friday is EU. Saturday is that NA. Ooh. Hey. How are you? How's it going? Sorry, boys. I just got a text. They're asking me about, have you gotten life insurance yet? Yeah. Just flirt with my life insurance person. You know what I mean? Alright, boys, if you got a group, whisper me now. I need them whispers. Hold up. I did say I want to make this guy look like some chat gladiator. We got ourselves a big back piece too. We gotta go with this one. The weapons look a gladi weapon. We got them 2100 in chat weapy. Look at this guy, dude. If somebody looks at me, they'll go like, damn. Wait, damn, look at that demon hunter, dude. He's scary. Damn, look at them weapons. They're scary. You know what I mean? Or at least maybe hopefully it'll make people think I'm scary. But I'm not really. It's just whenever you go into BGs and you see somebody with us like 2100 chance, I personally am like, that guy might be in business. Sometimes it's just somebody on ult. But appearances matter, dude. Appearances matter. Not a pin message. Here we go. I think, yeah, the rogue players, yeah, everybody would blow up. No one's making an alliance side. Yo, you guys are more than welcome to boys. 5V5 1V1 DUELS is the thing we do on the channel regularly. It is a community-ran effort. Grand best community here on this side of YouTube. Oh, wow. Thank you, boys, so much for being here, being part of it. But if you guys want to make a group, it's pretty easy. This is a community-ran thing. Chicago and Bull just made groups. They're not mods or nothing. They're not like anybody that paid to do this. They just viewers that want to participate in these, want to support the duels. So this is how you do it. Go to Player vs. Player, pre-made group, custom PvP, find a group. Also, you can check the chat because we have a pin to in the top of the chat how to join in. Press number 5, enter in the search. If you don't see a group, you can always start one by calling some like 5V5 1v1 Duels Dalaran. I can't spell, but you probably can. Mine is going to be Duels. You guys can probably spell it as Duels if you want to. No biggie. As long as you have number 5 in there, it's fine. And then post it. Let your friends know, let your guildies know, whoever you want in. Let them know that you're doing some duels, you know? And also let the chat know that you got, hey, we got a group on Alliance or group on Horde. You know what I mean? Honestly, doing these duels is the only thing I look forward to. Hell yeah, dude. This is where you get to, you've done your arenas, you've done your battlegrounds, you've done your conquest guide, and now it's like, there you are. Is this like Saturday's cartoon? That's awesome, actually. I kind of like that thought process in Chicago. I like that, dude. I'm happy to see that, dude. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Download us, what's up? Give me a head, yo, my man. Thanks for video and streams, yo. Thank you so much, Fizzarm, for being here, man. If you guys have a group, let them know in chat. If you got an Alliance group or group, let them know the name of your group. Get boys in, advertise it in the chat if you need to. Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with it. Let's get some duels in here, though. Chicago and Ball, dude. This is where you've grinded. Oh, wait, I misspelled it apparently. Oh, did I not? Chicago. Wargame request failed. Is it the bald thing again with the bald cow? Okay, what if I do bald cow? Wargame request failed. Hold on. Skills Hunter. Okay. It says I have no target. Wait, do I need to do a capital letter? Skills Hunter. Okay, hold on. I can do this. S-K-I-L-Z Hunter. Wait, what if we just do bald again? Wargame request failed. Bald. Do you have anybody in your group that has me rather than real ID that you could pass lead to? Yeah, bald cow's over 56. Okay, skills hunter. Okay, that actually would work. Hold on. Yes, that works. That actually works. I don't know what happened. Maybe you had to have somebody log off, but now it worked. There it is, my guy. Yeah, hopefully we can figure it out somehow next time. Yeah, I tried doing the actual hunter name, but I think it gotta be like the. We'll figure it out. We'll try it again next time if it does the same thing again. But yeah. Here we go, boys. First duel of the NA today. Let's go, dude. We got ourselves the boys. Switch. We got ourselves Team 2 ready to go with Flexi. Going that orc. Going the normal orc or Magar. Going that full Venti orc, dude. The full Van Helsing look. I like it. We got ourselves NYC God with a big old purple blade. That looks like not even like a two-hander. Looks like a one-hander. But the Paladin looking like a Power Ranger. I like it. That look. Got us some Squiddles looking like a madman that he is with Rakulin, the Frost DK, Frost DK, as well as Skills Hunter on a Feral Druid versus Team 1. They're missing one, but hopefully they'll load in. We got ourselves CB Zeus as a Demonology Warlock with Faded X in the back as an Assassination Subtlety Rogue. Hellrock as a Marksman Hunter, and Chicago coming in as that Elemental. Oh, long day of mining for Chicago. And now it's time to actually just go stretch your legs outside of the mine shaft and slap some booties around in the 5-5. So hopefully Team 1 will get their fifth to load in. What's up, Bitter How you doing, my man? Hi, Dal. How you doing, my guy? Hope you're having a good one. These duels are great for learning to deal and stuff. That's what I think too. Yeah, duels is a perfect opportunity to like duels is the best way in WoW in general to like learn what the other player does, what the other class does. And the duels in the 5-5s gives you an idea of like how can you sustain your character, how can you time and rotate your cooldowns to like match from one person to the next. I think it can be a learning experience for a lot of you. Big Lex Soup under the CB Zeus, gonna be the pet stun as well. Mortal Coil as it trickles out of the Lex Soup, a little bit late, but it's gonna chain a fear onto Quiddles. Is he playing out the Necrolord Warlock Legendary? Gonna be the Tyrant coming down, but Quiddles is doing A-OK. Obelisk is down a massive damage onto CB. He's gonna go for the port, and that's gonna be Quiddles catching up right after. Gonna be big movement with that Soul Shape into the gateway, stunning Quiddles out in the open, but looks like the monkey's gonna be okay. The Demon Bolt comes in. I don't think CB Zeus is playing the Demonology Warlock or the Warlock Necrolord Legendary, even though we've seen just how good it was from your boy Yasha on EU. Kudos is going to generate some holy power. Actually taking out the pet. CB is used unless he's careful. He needs to resummon the pet very quickly. Fell Dom really quickly to summon up a new pet. That's going to be Kudos taking doing quite a bit of damage to CB. Into an interrupt on the fear. Could be really bad for the Warlock. Whirling Dragon Punch taking him out as the animation just follows through, even through a stun. And it looks like Chicago is going to be next. Going for a little bit of a bow with Quiddles as he goes for a bit of an honor bow as well. And Chicago wants to give him a full honor duel. Again, we are missing one person on team 1. Hopefully we'll get him in there. Hello, YouTube. What's up, Horde? How you doing, man? Hope you're having a good one, guy. Yeah, I want to see you play, dude. That'd be kind of fun. Pop off on the outlaw for a bit. Like the last Ultra Quiddles is going to get knocked back, and that's going to be Chicago with that upper position, catching him in the trap, in the fence, the electric fence totem. Quiddles getting booped around there for a little bit, but does focus the totem as soon as he can. Flash got back up, so he's going to have himself a little bit actually defensive, and that's something I've seen a lot more. Monks rolling that flesh cuff, rolling that necro with the Boneless Brew. That can be quite a bit of damage together. Mr. Fury flying versus Chicago. And they are going to get a little bit counter-offensive. Going to be a lasso onto Quiddles, looking to burn through that flesh count. Is going to be able to get rid of it. Defy Ellie putting in a little bit of pressure onto Quiddles. Leg sweep onto the Elemental as well as the Shaman. Going to be the Bone Dust Brew, and Chicago triggers for it with the wall. Try to go for a Hex versus Quiddles. Do they go for it? Could be an interrupt on Quiddles. Does go for the Spearhead Strike into a flesh count by Chicago. You either interrupt that Hex and get CC'd and watch a full flesh cup go through unless you got a trinket, or you interrupt it and watch a full flesh cup go through. Either way, Stormkeeper gets it up for Chicago. Flesh cup no longer available. Quiddles popping a wall. There goes the Karma onto that first zap. Chicago is just looking to zap through the Karma ASAP. Looks like they were able to burn quite a bit of damage through it. Is Quiddles playing the Ring of Peace, or is he playing the good Karma? I want to say good Karma because I didn't see him use the Ring of Peace so far. Chicago and Quiddles going for a little bit of a reset with their health bars. Quiddles is going to have to take a couple of globals to do so. Chicago trying to see if he can boop him into the totem. Looks like Quiddles is going to stand his ground. Massive Earthshock does pull him behind the pillar, though, immediately. Chicago maintaining that Earth Shield. Is Chicago still playing Earth Shield Lego, by the way? Is that still the Elemental Shaman Legendary for PvP? I think they might have nerfed that one slightly, didn't they? I could be wrong. Bone Dust Brew for Quiddles with images doing quite a bit of damage to Chicago. Could be really bad. Chicago popping in wall trinket, to give himself that extra Battle Masters. Healing Surges coming out. Do they have anything to follow? Just trying to see if he can juke a kick out of Quiddles. Does roll the Ring of Peace. So we do see the Ring of Peace coming out. Stun onto Quiddles, maybe with a Hex by Chicago. No interrupt for Quiddles for quite a bit. And Chicago looking to set himself up some damage. Just have a big old wall available. Stormkeeper getting set up a Quiddles. As soon as he sees the hand go whoop, summoning all that lightning into the powerful fist of Chicago, just backs up out of there immediately. Better not overstay the welcome at all, Chicago. Swapping out to Elisha, I was going to say Elemental Shield for a second. Flesh got back up for Quiddles. Chicago has wall back up. Earth Elemental is going to be on side by side, providing extra stones to follow up the Lightning Lasso for Chicago if they need it. Try to see if he can catch Quiddles. Does catch him. The electric fence totem doing a good job keeping Quiddles in place. Is forced to turn around and actually tag the totem. Does have a couple of abilities to deal with it though. Big knockback. Quiddles setting up a leg sweep onto Chicago. Does he have the Bone Dust Brew? Is going to drop it down onto Chicago. Wall does damage off. Quiddles is going to have Zuen images and everything available. Could be lots of damage for Chicago. Do they go for the interrupt? It's going to be a Hex out of Chicago. Do they have the flesh count? I believe so. They do. And Quiddles, you're just going to have to watch the big green marble covering Chicago's health, keeping him alive and healthy. Like the lasso is a fire elemental joining the fight. Big meteor dropping down onto Quiddles. It's going to be Ring of Bippity Bop for Quiddles. Is at least going to be able to deal with Chicago, catching up on a little bit of healing. The pet is up and around. And actually having the pet side by side does give Quiddles an extra debuff to put up for the spin and crank kick procs. Just a slight extra damage increase together with the Bundles Brew though. It's pretty good. I think it actually spam it basically with Bundles Brew for what's there. Hex onto Quiddles does not prevent, or does not really, I guess, couldn't really stop his Fist of Fury. He didn't have an interrupt anyway. And that's going to be Chicago trying to see if he can set up a big lava burst. Quiddles is not completely healthy. No more karma. That's going to be the totem somehow not catching him. I don't even know how that didn't happen. I feel like he should have been in it. What? That's a little weird. Like the lasso by Chicago. Quiddles is going to go trinket out of it. Bone Dust Brew dropping in. Going to be Hex trying to come out. Do they get a Hex? Do they get a kick out of Quiddles? They don't go for the kick. Just continue for the damage. Wasn't sure if you want to juke or not. Could have kicked it if you wanted to, but just wanted to continue the burst, it looks like. Chicago not completely out safely here. Maybe has a knockback for Quiddles. Is going to use that knock. Try to catch up on a little bit of healing. Quiddles super quick. Just drag and kick it up to Chicago. Interrupt them on a cast immediately. Quiddles shouldn't be able to do much against Chicago at this point. Should be free casting actually. unless he wants to in-cap him. Chicago recovered quite a lot of health, only 8% dampening, so they're doing A-okay. Kudos has quite a bit of burst, but his sustained damage is not a good. Monk is a hit-and-run kind of spec. Like Moonwalker particularly is a hit-and-run spec, hit-and-run class, I guess, in general for PvP. Unless you're healer or tank. I don't even know if Brewmaster's ever played in PvP, honestly. Mr. Fury flying for Quiddles. Chicago with an Earth Shield, breaking through the Flesh Cup pretty quickly. Gonna be that Static Link Totem. Maybe Quiddles gonna focus it, does focus it, and is gonna miss that interrupt on the Hex, but does at least stop Quiddles in place for a moment. Chicago swapping up shields for a bit. Is gonna get a Lightning Blast onto Quiddles. Significant amount of damage here. The Zuen is out, so for Quiddles, he wants to make some damage happen. Does he have the Bone Dust Brew? Gonna be a knockback, doesn't quite go far. Did set himself up a port just in case. I just, I think, instinctually went to use the port either way. Quiddles, though, kind of lowish on health. Does have Popcorn and the Fist of Fury just punch it. And Chicago is going to get that interrupt onto the Hex. Free Flash Cup for Chicago. So she'd be able to maintain herself for quite a bit here. Stormkeeper's up and running. Quiddles with the zaps to go through. It looks like Chicago's just going to melt right through the Karma. They don't really care. And that's going to be a Lassa onto Quiddles. Does he have a backup? He doesn't have the port to back and retreat. So he's going to have to look for line of sight. Going to be images available. Going to be massive Earthshock. In cap on Chicago, keeping him up above. And that's going to be Quiddles looking for that recovery. In cap still holding on to Chicago. And Chicago could go for a very defensive play here. Healing surges are up. Going to be images on him. And Quiddles is just going to maintain his healing as best as he can. At least for the time being. Going to be that totem getting taken down immediately. Quiddles doesn't want to be put in place, dude. He got mobility and he wants to use it. And is able to actually recover quite a lot of health at 80% dampening. Michu with a light Lassa collapsing together. Chicago able to do quite a bit of damage, put some pressure on Quiddles. Gonna be some healing for the Shaman. Oh, big lava burst for Chicago, massive proc Quiddles, super low on health, fire elemental on one hand. Actually gonna be able to do quite a bit of damage on the side unless he gets line of sighted. And gonna be another lava burst setup by Chicago. Lexium defensively for Quiddles, actually on the back foot for a bit. Is it gonna be able to return and recover this? In cap onto Chicago as the one to go for a big Stonekeeper setup. Still has big lava bursts available, likely. Quiddles catching up on a ton of health with a Fleshcraft to follow. Did use Lexium defensively, so he will not have a way to lock down Chicago at all. That's gonna be Stormkeeper, no interrupt on a Quiddles. Does he go for it? Does try to go for it, and Chicago is free to cast right now. They wanna no Lexium. Quiddles does have defenses. The Bone Dust Brew thrown down to Chicago. With the win, could be really bad for the Shaman. Oh, Quiddles does make a comeback at the end anyway. He had to play that Lexium defensively, but he was a-okay. But he was a-okay either way. Faded is gonna be the sub rogue to hopefully take Quiddles down, but does Quiddles go down here, dude? This mysterious orc with his Laughing Skull mask, I believe it is, from WoD. He got them Laughing Skull weapons too, like all the hanging chains effect. It looks fantastic. It looks really good. Pre-walling the opener by Faded. Gonna be full Shadow Blades and everything. Ventier go. That's gonna be a vanish out of Faded. I think it was going for 100% crit setup. Look at just and Kuda's whole career right now. Kuda's does catch him in the cap. Is trying to see if he can vivify this off of him. Blind onto the Monk. No chicken available. I think Faded is just trying to all in the Monk. Maybe he's playing that. No, he's not even playing the 2-minute Shadow Blades. He's playing the full 3-minute Shadow Blades. Uses Vantage just to give himself 100% crit. Just really thought he could just get a full one-shot. Get a shot into Quiddles. Does he survive it? He does not. Not enough defensives. Not enough trinkets. Skills Hunter is up next as a Feral Druid. It's going to be really up to Faded to try to see if you could just kind of soften the team too. If Health Rock, since we didn't get a 5th on Team 1, is even to have a chance of this. A nice bow for the other team, dude. The honorable bow continues though as we head in that 10-minute mark. 31% yet, but not a lot of healing is going to be available. So for Team 2, you got NYC God. We got ourselves Skills Hunters that are very heal based. Faded is very CDs based, very defensive based. So him just using his defensive property, rotating him, ignoring as much damage as he can, is actually just his home field right now. And Skills Hunter and the Rogue are going to be installed, both of them. Skills Hunter kind of staying more towards his side of the arena. It is looking to actually just kind of carry over, maybe explore a little bit, but not staying on the bridge, just kind of exploring the lower section. Maybe hanging out by the eye. I think that's his plan, while Fade is just scouring back and forth at the top of this bridge, feeling pretty confident that he can find the Feral if he does see him. Not really exploring too much of the bridge, just maybe making lanes back and forth. Maybe watching out for the eyes in case. Yeah, I think he's just trying to find a good middle ground to deal with both of the eyes. And Skills goes back on top of the bridge, still looking at that eye specifically. Maybe even enough to take it, maybe go on the barrel form for it. It's really going to come down to one of these stealths picking up the eye. Skills kind of hovering over it. And I think Fade is just trying to look out for both of the eyes. Might actually just go for the other set of eyes. That's gonna be still no eyes picked up. The walk right on top of the Feral. I think he knows that. I think he might have noticed that he did. I think he did, yeah. I think he did. Skills still just hanging out, trying to find himself a good angle. He's still eyeing that other eye at far range. It's gonna go into bear form, and Faded should be able to get the opener here. Skills might as well pick up the eye if he can. Went for a roar. I wonder if that was a disoriented roar in case the rogue was nearby. Getting a shot by Faded with a full flagellation. Wait, he's just going in. He just doesn't even care. The droid does go for a trick and cheap shot immediately. Wait, Faded with a vanish 100% crit and still has the seed pot to burn through. He just didn't care. He just went in for a full kidney flagellation. Might as well just burn through the bear. Might as well pressure him. And Flexing is going to be up next. Throws a Hunter's Mark onto Faded, which is a little bit BM because now he'll see the rogue in the opener, but Faded wants to give him that honor duel. So that's going to be a little, unless Flexing is okay with him getting opened on, like Faded, there's no way he catches a reset opener. It looks like he just won't be able to trick us out of the sun immediately. Going versus Flexing, into get a shot out immediately. Going to be a trick and trap onto Faded. As he's just popping off no stops, he knows that it is 46% dampening. It's not a good position to be in. Cloak of Shadows as well as the Shadow Meld. Faded Smoke Bomb just to create some line of sight for a second. If he can dodge the pets from Flexing, he might be able to catch a reset. It looks like he's able to do that easily. So Faded at least forced to trick it out of Flexing. He could have himself a big go. Shadow Blade's available. Looks like Flexing was able to fight Faded. Shadow steps on top of the Hunter. Cheap shot to follow. It's going to be Pet Sack. Trying to see if he can live this. Shackles of Malediction for the Rogue. Does go for a feign death. Going to be evasion for the Rogue right now. Flexing looked to just juke out of there. Sprinting out of that position. Faded can't really go far with a Char Trap. Just trying to keep himself afloat as best he can. Sipping Cup available. But not a lot of defenses left. He's going to go for a short kitted shot onto Flexing. But he doesn't really have anything to follow up. Flexing looks like has him pinned. Kill shot away and taking him out. I feel like getting that Hunter's Mark in the opener just kind of soiled the plan for the Rogue completely. And Held Rock is going to go out in the open. Flexing popping into camera, and Held Rock knows that the duel is already beginning. 51% dampening. If we can just find where Flexing is at, hanging on in the corner. And Held Rock, does he play with a pet? You know, Marksman Hunter, unlikely. So he's either thinking, okay, he's either in obvious spots, sees the pet, he knows where Flexing is, dude. Kyrian, go, Bo! He's actually come out of there. No light inside is going to help you. Fainting away from the rapid fire. Big aim shot to follow by Held Rock, though. Going to be immediate turtle by Flexing, and that's going to be a freezing trap onto the pet. Held Rock in a freezing trap. Looks like Flexing should be able to get the opener. And looks like that is going to be a Held Rock with a pet of his own, actually. Looks like the pet is going to be up and about. Held Rock trinkets out of it. Trinkets, what did Chicken stun? He triggered something. Flexing actually super low. Wait, this could be really good for Held Rock. He has Flexing on the ropes right now. Flexing needs to line inside as best he can. Just don't even let a rapid fire hit you. Big kill shots by Held Rock into Chimeric, and it looks like Held Rock does snipe the Hunter. NYC God, I think he's just charging at him. I don't think he's gonna give him much of a go. Maybe actually turning around, picking up the eye. Not gonna play these games with Held Rock. And Held Rock taking a page out of Flexing's book. I'm just gonna sit in the corner. Does NYC know? Does he know? Does he see him? I think he does. That's going to be a freezing trap for the Paladin immediately. Held Rock just sees himself still keeping that camo. So he's actually still alive and still handy. He's going to revive the pets, and that thing did go down, I guess, to Flexing. But he's going to get himself the pet for the pet sack, sending the pet at NYC immediately. It looks like the Hunter pet is going to get found. Binding shot onto NYC. Going for the big... Is that the big Korean go? Held Rock actually getting some sizable damage on NYC. Might enter bubble. It does go for the bubble. Held Rock still has a turtle. Juking out NYC. Wait, this could be really exceptionally bad for Paladin. Just a kill shot away. Oh, scatter shot on the Hodge. Held Rock does not have a chicken. Paladin could end it right here. If he has blind, he could end it. Does he have the blind? Could be anyone's game right now. Does he have the blind? I don't think he does. Rapid fire, maybe kill shot to follow. Ooh, Held Rock holding on. And Rakilan going for the immediate grip. Watch a Held Rock with a grippy hand. Turtle shows up for Held Rock. He's going to get going back to the grippy hand. Freezing trap on the wreck. He is definitely going to get going back. Unless he can just maintain that mobility, he just needs to keep the range away from Wreck. Wreck without Flashcraft, it is going to give him a bit of a shield, but it's 64% dampening. What can you do? Can Held Rock just end this duel, dude? Can he really just hold it off for his team? That Paladin kill was a nice big hit. Held Rock getting himself big procs onto Wreck. Was that a steady shot that he shot at him or something? Kyrian setup coming down. Wreck interrupting that tap. Going to be rapid fire, double tap. Freeze onto Held Rock. Wreck at no health at all. It's a scatter shot. He has his health necrotic down. Going to be aim shots to follow. Rapid fire, maybe an executor. And Wreck does go down. Held Rock just bringing in the nuke instead of arrows. This man holding it on for his team, dude. Holding on like a rock, dude. Everybody needs that rock in their life, and Held Rock is the guy that you would literally hold rock. You get what I mean. But that was fantastic, dude. That was awesome. Nice rogue burst, dude. Pretty nutty. Pretty nutty. Still 5-5. Let's go, dude. Let's go, boys. Let's get another one in there, dude. First game, it's a long one, but you know what? I actually enjoyed that. Some games can like take a while, right? Some of the duels we have are pretty long, but still 5. Chicago, you didn't even have a 5 in there, dude. Okay, I want to see that 5th. Who's that 5th? Who's that 5th? Is it Seavark? Is it body count? Is it Spart? This is a little loud, Dal. Okay, is this better? Because the mic should be pretty loud too. Hopefully. Wait, unless the mic is down. Hold on. Let me check to see if the mic is not as loud. Because it might be the mic. Let me check. Because I like to keep my music loud. No, mic is good. Is this any better? Because it shouldn't be any different. Because I do like my music to be a little loud. Yeah, I like my music to be a little loud. I don't know. It's just I feel like it's better for me to commentate when I can't really hear myself think. Let the music just kind of guide me. Mic is loud? So we're good, right? Or should I turn it down? Wait, real quick. Turn down mic, turn down music, or we good? Chat, real quick. No difference? No difference, you say. Just watching. What's up, Steve? It's good. Okay, I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it, friend. All right, who do we got? Switch. We got ourselves team 1 together with CB Zeus. I actually got up versus Skills Hunter first. CB, what legendary is this man running? Does anybody have a screenshot for me? Hellbrock Chicago, faded. Errorless. How you doing, by the way? We got Errorless here. How you doing, my man? Ooh, I love the face paint with the eyes like that. That looks awesome. It was fun before, be good. It's okay. Maybe there was one song. Okay. We'll turn it back up a little for you guys. If it's too loud for you guys, complain at me. Spam at me, okay? We'll keep it loud for the boys. We keep it loud for the boys in the back. You know what I mean? Skills still taking a little bit of time with CB Zeus. Going for that opener. It's going to be immediate stun. Trinket for Zeus. Just going in. Just trying to see if he can commit. What coming is he? Big combo coming out. CB Zeus. Let's go for a Mortal Coil with a Dark Pact immediately. Give himself a hefty shield. I am glad to see the Dark Pact is actually getting quite a bit of play, man. I'm glad to see that is getting quite a bit of play. Skills is going to backpedal out of there for a second. Try to see if he can catch a bit of a reset. Is he playing the Minute Convoke? He's gotta be. It's gotta be. Skills just chilling out for a minute. Wait now for the Warlock. Gonna be another reopener. Second stun, Deja Vu. But CB does have quite a few bleeds on him. Fear onto Skills did not have the interrupt at the last. This is a half a second. Third of a second. Just a pixel of a second split. Gonna be a big port for CB. Man, this guy got mobility. But Skills still doing A-okay. He might need to play this a little bit more defensively. Bark Skin has been used. Might want to wall this. Should be looking out for a little bit of self-heals. Trying to go for an interrupt for a cycle onto CB, but the interrupt does come out. Another Mortal Coil is in. That's going to be full Tyrant with the obby. Sculpture better have something. Oh no. The Tyrant just collapses the damage. Big obby output. Skills does go down. CB taking him out. What Lego is this man running? What is he running? I'm actually very interested. I really want to know. I really want to know. Looks like Rack is up. He wants to go for the honor duel, but CB sees a massive cow. Drop it. Actually, the Warlock together with it. Both are walking off. Big stunner to CB. That's going to be gripping head for Rack. Going to be CB porting out of there. And Rock is going to get stunned down. CB taking advantage of the opportunity, but does get yoinked down. Oh no. I don't know if he meant to get yoinked down. Blind onto the Warlock for a second. Does himself the absorb. Yeah, it's going to be a free absorb for Wreck. Actually, not even an intro for CB. I think Wreck could have just continued that absorb. As CB does get the Mortal Coil into a fear. Lynchborn is out for Wreck. Immune to C for a second. CB dropping down the obby. This is going to be Shackles of Malediction. Does max range it though. So at least he's able to break those shackles with that distance. But Wreck with that grippy hand after that grip wants just to walk up and give him a little bit of an honor duel. That is all he wanted, dude. Give him a little bit of an honor duel. Just a little bit of a bow and just couldn't. Interrupt by Wreck onto CB, and it's going to be Wreck continuing the onslaught. IBF has been used, so Wreck He's actually going through his defenses. Yoinking me down. Oh no, putting a port that close to the corner. That close to the edge. Could be pretty rough. And Faded looking to either... Does he want to come out? Maybe give him Honor Duel? Looks like he's going to mount up. Is Rag going to go? Oh, Honor Duel, dude. Drive by Honor Duel, dude. Driving by on the mount with a bit of a bow. At least he's letting him know, hey, you're dueling me, but hey, GG, however this thing turns out. Have a good one. Flagellation. Faded is just going in for the big damage. He's just going over the kidney shot. Flagellation in the opener and nothing. The death they could do. No defenses to be used at the end. Used quite a lot of them on the Warlock to make this happen. Kudos is going to be up next, as Faded did burn through a Shadow Blades as well as a Flagellation. So we'll see how it works out for him, because he's going versus Kudos. It's a bit of a rematch. Last time Kudos didn't have anything, and this time Kudos has everything. Big flash scout to keep him a little bit more healthy for this duel. Faded open up with a kidney shot, not even going for the sap, not even giving an opportunity, just going in for the shadow strikes and everything. Gonna be dance. Invasion is up really early before Kudos can do anything. No Lexip or nothing is gonna be able to get a Veilfire or two. As Kudos still holding on to defenses, looks like Faded wants to bail the hell out of there. Does Kudos have mobility? He does have a port. Shadow step potentially. Does he go for the juke? I think he tried to go for a juke. Still was able to get away from Kudos. The bring a boopity bop, knocking him out of stealth. And Faded does dive into stealth either way, holding on to that advantage for that 100% crit legendary. So he should be okay. Mark for the Kudos expecting the kidney shot this time. And Faded not seeing that trick, and actually tricking himself, staying extra aggressive versus Quiddles. Is going to continue doing damage. Going to be advantage for even more crit damage. Faded going for the, went for the chain of malediction, but Quiddles was able to just to kick him right in the chin. Just doing the uppercut kick. Is that what you call it? Because it's not really a roundhouse kick, is it? I gotta learn my kicks, dude. But Quiddles taking him out. Chicago actually created a little bit of a space between him and Quiddles. And Quiddles backing up out of there immediately. Chicago getting hit with an in-cap. Quiddles bailing out of there. I think he just tried to wait out for a little bit of healing, maybe a little bit of cooldowns. Again, the hit and run playstyle versus Chicago, because it has a little bit of like a bursty / sustainy build. There's a mix of burst and a mix of sustain in there for sure. Karma by Quiddles onto Chicago. Chicago looking to maybe get himself a Hex. Does still hold on to a Flash Cap if they get interrupted. Gonna be a free BCC onto Quiddles. He knew the Flash Cap was gonna come out. He knew Flash Cap was gonna come out. But what does he do? Does he interrupt? Does he not interrupt? It's a really tough decision, honestly. Chicago trying to maintain themselves, but keep it wants to stay next to Quiddles. He's the one backing up a bit. Lexip, big bone does brew. Gonna be Chicago tricking out of like Lasso onto Quiddles. No answer for it. He's just gonna have to take the zaps of the damage. It looks like he's gonna have to back up with the healing. Actually, Flesh Cap, as he gets interrupted, taking a page out of Chicago's book. Are you gonna interrupt me while I'm healing? Well, then I'm just gonna go Flesh Cap into you. And looking like he just wants to make as much damage happen versus Chicago. Do they have a Hex to follow? Could be a Hex to maybe a Flesh Cap in cap onto Chicago. Quiddles does have Chicago kind of lowish, but not enough where he can maybe commit big damage. It's going to be Lava Burst flying, just eating those meatballs to the face. Chicago trying to go for a bit of heal. Actually dispelling his own, takes a Flame Shock. Wait, Quiddles, is it down here? Wait, oh my god. Oh no, the defensive ran out in the last second. But you guys notice? The Volcano that spawned on the Quiddles. Chicago is playing the PvP talent where your Flame Shock ticks out, I think, 15% faster. And if it's dispelled, it spawns a volcano onto the enemy, knocking him up and doing significant damage. NYC, not even giving Chicago as much of an honor duel, just already going in. But it gives Chicago a little bit of a breather, because all he wanted to do is walk up and do a bow. And NYC was like, wait, whoa, that felt a little bad. Big sound in Chicago. NYC looking to get back in there. Do they have a blind? If they have blind, this could be huge. Like the last catching the Paladin, but still going to be tricking into Earth Elemental Stun. NYC not sitting along at all. Going to be a bubble out of it. Chicago does have some wall from the Earth Elemental. Earth Shield available. Just looking to survive. Not really landing that stun onto NYC, but he's doing okay. That's going to be that Spirit Walker's Grace for the mobility. Looking for a big Lava Burst setup versus NYC. Massive Earth Shock. Nothing to stop the damage here. And I think Chicago's going to have does have a blind, but sued and kept that one for a defensive play. Chicago with that Earth Elemental was a perfect play there. Because if you don't have an Earth Elemental, that would have been really bad. Flexi just walking by Chicago, dropping down a Freezer Trap into a Charge Trap, not really giving that much of an honor duel, which is perfectly fine. If you are doing the 5 honor duels, you don't really have to give the other person an honor duel. You don't have to. That's not a rule that we have. You just need to get in there and do some damage. If you want to give him an honor duel just to be a good sport, you can. But if you feel like, you know what, I need to take the advantage here while I have it, you totally should. Chicago with that Flash Cap. Flexi, does he have any ways to stop it? If only Flexing had the chimeric poison to maybe get a silence on Chicago. But I think Chicago would be immune to silence because it is a CC, isn't it? Big zaps on the Flexing. Feign death for him for a second. Does go for Exil. And Chicago is not out of the game just yet. Going to be Door of Shadows. Disoriented Chicago around the corner into a freezing trap right after. Does himself the perfect CC chain. Tricking for Trinket. And Chicago tried to see if he can lower down Flex's health while he had him. And Flexing got no health at all right now. Chicago looking to maybe get himself a good angle. Is getting some frost shocks on the pet. Flexing does need quite a bit of healing. Is there a flame shock ticking on him though? It looks like his health is not really moving, I want to say. So he might be okay. At least for now. Son of Chicago, just try to keep him at bay as best as he can. The pet stun will do it. And Chicago just gonna Ghost Wolf in there. 24% dampening. Does Flexing get himself a camo? If he gets a camo, he'll be in a great spot. It is gonna take down the totem. Is that the Healing Spring totem? I believe it is. I believe it is. Flexing with the Feign Death camo. Does the pet have a dot? It looks like it doesn't. So Flexing should get himself a full reclean reset. Chicago so far doing pretty well. Can Flexing come back though? We got ourselves Chicago. We got Errorless. We got Hellrock on team 1. And we'll see if he's able to somehow return from this dude. We'll see if he's able to return and come back. Fire Elemental join the fight. Even though Flexing isn't quite... Oh, now he's out in the open. Now he's out in the open. Chicago though, pushing in a little bit. Flexing, trying to see if he creates some distance, even though Chicago's usually the one trying to do so. Flexing just tried to kite, letting the dots do work, letting the pet do work, which is not a bad idea for him at all. That's going to be a Sun Flexing. Look to maybe take advantage of the situation. Does get himself a flame shot rolling, going for some dots, but not really trying to stay in front of Chicago. The next light lasso could be really deadly. Chicago with a lava burst as the kill shots are available for Flexing. Does get hit in the lasso. Going to be the pet sack, trying to delay some of that damage in there. Lava burst flying. That's going to be the pet sharing quite a bit of that damage with him. That's going to be a freezing trap on Chicago, at least putting him in a CC chain. Chicago, no trigger for a little bit, no wall for quite a bit, and that's going to be Flexing with the skill shots. But Chicago is doing a-okay for now. And I think even for Flexing, those dot ticks on Chicago might not be the best for him. I could be wrong in that one, but it might not be the best. Massive damage to Flexing. And this could be really deadly. 34% dampening. Does Flexing have any more healing at all? He's not the guy with the Warlock on his team either, so no Lava Burst. Feign Death for a second. I mean, no Lock Cookies. Maybe has a Freezer Trap laid for Chicago. Dodging the Lightning Totem, or this Static Link Totem, which is pretty good for him, but he still needs himself a reset. That camo not quite working out as well as he wanted. 36% dampening. Flexing is recovering whatever health he can. Turtle Shell is available. But how is he going to deal with Chicago? Because Shamans are pretty tanky. Stun, Chicago trick inside of him immediately. Trying to get some offensive pressure. Works the Flexing is going to go for the lasso. Big zaps available around the corner. Flexing does give himself massive movement. Just trying to see if he can maintain himself for a bit. Might just have to wait out for that. The big zaps by Chicago. The big Stormkeeper zaps. And Chicago is just pushing in. Flame Shot's still ticking down on him. Dots are ticking down on him. But the Earth Shield is able to cover a good portion of it. Making sure to Flame Shock the pet as well, if wherever he can. Big Lava Burst into Flexing. Looks like he almost took no damage from it. Healing Surges are up for Chicago. And Flexing, I think he just needs to wait until he has full cooldowns and then maybe go in. Use CC chains as well as he used to deal with Chicago. That's going to be a Flash Cup. Does go for a muzzle line. The last available for Chicago as he gets trapped on Shadow, not Nature. With a Static Link on Chicago, does drop it down on Freezing Trap. Looking to take down the totem. Does he have a go for Chicago? Not a lot of healing available. Camo for a second for Flexing. Does have his pet knocked back, which does take him out of camo. Get us down to Chicago with a Doro shot as well and Turtle. Looking just to at least get out of there as best he can. He might be able to somehow survive it, dude. They are called survival hunters for a reason. He's trying to do the best he can, dude. Trying to live up to that name as best as he can. Trap on Chicago. Fire Elemental joining the fight, dropping a Meteor to Flexing's head, force an Exil, but a 45% dampening. Flexing just cannot catch a break. Manic bandages up. Pet actually landed inside of Chicago for a second. Traps on around the corner. Might be able to slow Chicago's approach a little. Chicago take a little bit of a longer way around the traps. That's going to be Flexing almost landing that harpoon to get back up on the platform with a light lasso by Chicago. Feign Death really quickly. Does drop down Freezing Trap on Chicago. The Fire Elemental does disappear. And Flexing looks just to stay maybe somewhat kiting, but also a little bit of damage. Got himself the Eagle rolling. Maybe get some damage off it, but still just playing very, very defensively. It's just the tightest situation to be in. Camo for a second. Are any of the pets dotted? Looks like something's dotted. trying to maintain the pets. That's going to be his damage coming out. Does he have anything to follow? Chicago has a wall, man. Talk about insult to injury. Finally, Flexi gets some cooldowns rolling, and Chicago has a defensive for it. One of the better defenses in the game, too. And Flexi just continued to run as best as he can, but how much more running does this man have? Hopefully he got some good, comfortable running shoes. This is going to be freezing trap in Chicago, just trying to deal with the damage of Chicago as best as he can. Does he come out of this on top, boys? After all this, does he come out on top? I certainly hope so, dude. When you put that much effort in. Feign death real quick for flexing. Looks like he doesn't have any dots. Earth Elemental. Chicago is actually just so safe. He has a billion defenses. He's just lavishing in them at this point. Even if Flexi did have any kind of combo, that Earth Elemental wall is going to be so good for Chicago. 54% dampening. Maybe that's what Flexi is trying to do. Maybe he's just trying to survive with just enough health. Eventually take Chicago into such high dampening just to like outlast him. And then eventually take him down with dots while Chicago can't out heal any of this. Freezing trap. That gets him catch himself a camo for just a quick second. More medic bandages. Did somebody count how many medic bandages he's done so far? Chicago actually turned attention and trying to attack the pet with a lava burst. Likes to keep the pet super far apart. I think he's even trying to keep landing side of the pet. Stun with the pet. Flexi trying not to sit in static link totem for too much. Might still take it out though. Light last about to Flexi. Does go for the big defensive with the pet. That's all he can really do. Gonna be Chicago with an Earth Shock at the end. Harpoon by Flexi. Freezing trap at no health at all. Medic better just trying to survive. The Earth Elemental just taking a spot. Trying to drop they're shackling onto Earth Ellie. It looks like Flexi, I think, is out of options at this point. Fade death for a second. Does Chicago have anything? Flexi's just in the corner. He's just, there's nothing he can really do. Oh no. He ran out with as much as he could, dude. He ran out of options. And the amount of healing that Chicago had that game, dude. Crazy. It's sad how weak survival is against Elemental. I don't think it's just survival either. I think there's quite a lot of classes out there that have a hard time with like Elemental, Shamans, Paladins, monks for that matter, boomies, you know, like it's rough out there, dude. It's rough out there, honestly. It's a little rough out there, honestly. Alrighty, boys, let's get ourselves another duel, yeah. Another game, boys. Another game. I do gotta say that on the first one. Let me know when you guys have a group available. Dude, that matchup is tough. I think if there wasn't that crazy of dampening, I feel like it'd be easier for the Survival Hunter. But yeah, it's rough. It's rough. Survival Hunter does pump in damage. Like, I feel like when I play my Survival Hunter in random battlegrounds, my Hunter isn't super geared, but just the damage you can put out is nuts. But as soon as someone's on you, the pressure is on, man. You have so many escape tools, but I guess the caster, and it's just you versus the caster, that could definitely be rough. There's a little bit more skill to it. Chicago people out? It's okay, we'll get some new people in there, yeah? Are you trying to join Seawork? Let's go, dude. Is that fun to play? I think so, yeah. Elemental Shaman's pretty good. They're doing really well damage-wise, so they're fantastic. They always have been kind of fun to play. Like, if you like the proc-based gameplay, not really like, hey, let me combust and blow a bunch of damage into it. It's more like, hey, let me just like get a good setup, big zap, lava burst, proc, and everything just cascades together for a ton of damage. They like the old school boomies. It's okay, Ball. We can wait out for you, my guy. Yo, boys. Ball looking for more horde, boys, to join in, man. Let's go, dude. Let's go, dude. Was it 28, 29? I'm trying to save the first duel because I didn't save it. I can save the other one. Elder fellow DK Mage needed against Cries. Please make it happen somehow. We can totally do it, dude. 5 out of 5. Let's go, dude. Ori, my man, Ori, back in business, dude. I was still curious. I was still not curious. What am I talking about? I was still that Faye. I was still faying down the boys. Chicago and Ball. Let's get you guys in here. Let's go, boys. Let's go. I think Survival could have won. It just misclicked stuff like Turtle and non-danger advantage moments. I think it gets really rough, particularly when it's in the higher dampening. Because that duel, if it's already at no dampening, I think Flexing would have had a much easier time. But maybe he had to just push his defensives early. What's up, Mithrin? Haven't seen you in a while, dude. I've been seeing you in Tay's chat. How you doing, dude? I've been seeing you and Tay play some arenas. I like it on Holy, by the way. I'm glad that somebody's at least give it a try, dude. I'm seeing you sticking with it. Playing with Tay on his stream. I lurk in there all the time, dude. How you doing, my guy? What's up, Valor? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one, my dude. I wanted to give these new people chances. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Let's get another one in here, boys. Switch. We got ourselves team one together with Flexi Bites. Flexing. Going on a Necrolord Feral, dude. He has played a little bit of that Survival Hunter. He's like, you know what? Let me just go on something that's busted. And they are pretty good. We got Myth Cold Feed. How you doing? Playing out that Unholy. I like it. Ori as a Boomy. We got some Skills Hunter as a Feral. And TM Assassin as an Assassination Rogue. Fleshcrafting up versus Team 1. We got ourselves Arrowless. We got ourselves Faded. We got ourselves Held Brock. Insanely as of Unholy DK. As well as Chicago first up versus Flexing Bites. Going for the worst of Flash Chicago. Swapping out to that enhancement. Playing out there with the Fiery Doggos. Big dot damage on Chicago. Needs that Maelstrom. Is going to go for the Fear onto Flexing. Is going to force a Trinket out of the Fear. That is the Many Fear. Shackles Amatic on Chicago is going to use Sunder to break the shackles since he can no longer decurse it. Is a magic dispel now, so a handful of classes can get rid of it. Most of the healers. Chicago Trinket out of that bash. Looking just to continue the pressure. Is playing that big, not bursty, but big sustain version of enhancement. Lots of Maelstrom, lots of healing, big Ghost Wolves, and I'm guessing also shorter cooldown of Ghost Wolves with maybe a maybe with Ghost Bones, right? Because he's playing Elemental Shield, so every time Elemental Shield ticks, I think every second, every time you take damage, it can give you, or 100% gives you, Maelstrom procs. Either way, gonna be some Flame Shocks onto Flexing, trying not to give Flexing Bites opportunity to reset. The Wolves are in, and they do quite a significant amount of damage. That's gonna be, I think, not just physical damage, also caster damage, isn't it? Main onto Chicago. Do they go for a Trinket? No, no Trinket available. Flexing just looking to get himself a bit of a reset as the Earth Elemental is clubbering him, as well as the Wolves biting at him, but Flexing cannot catch himself a reset at all. Chicago got himself a slow totem for Flexing, and this is where the Feral goes in to get himself some damage in there. It's gonna go for the Bark Skin. Chicago playing out the Necrolord. I wonder if Necrolord is... hopefully Necrolord is not bad for enhancement shamans, or I hope it's not that bad. I know for PvE, like Dungeons Raids, are just not ideal. But I would imagine with the defensives, down. Flexing Bites, maintaining the dots. Chicago hitting him with that Sunder. Trying to see if he can hit him with a Stun Totem. Looks like he's able to. Was able to get rid of the Thorns pretty quickly. Flexing Bites, dropping down the health quite a bit. Every time Chicago gets procs, dude, it's massive. Ghost Wolves, massive. Maelstrom, massive. Because look, he just put out those Wolves like, what, 20 seconds ago. And now Wolves are basically, they're basically up right now. Wolves are up. What, 30-second Wolves? It's insane. With just how much Maelstrom you generate. And in PvP, when you're getting hit by the enemy, I mean, your Earth Shield generates Maelstrom too. It's kind of crazy, honestly. What's up, NK? How you doing, my man? Marcy, how you doing? My guy Ori 2 OP? Yeah, dude. I can't wait to see Ori play. If anyone needs a 5th on Horde, yo, boys, there it is. That's how you do. That's how you join. And if you guys want to start your own groups, you can. It's a community ran thing. The Zaps coming out for Chicago. Trying to deal with Flexing. As Flexing goes into Big Zerk. Big Zerk coming in with the Tiger's Fury. Massive heal without Swift. Man, if only Chicago had the shackles for that one. Thorns is up. Chicago going for the Purges. Just trying to see if he can just deal with Flexing. Trickets out as he gets stunned up. Looking like he wants to end the duel right here. Shackles and Malediction coming out for Flexing, but he does create some line of sight versus Chicago. This is where Chicago needs the shackles over their own, actually, as Flexing was kind of low. Wall is out for the Feral. This is where Chicago looks like he's going to back up a little. Get the Ghost Source. Continue the sustained damage. It looked like the War Stuff never went through, or Chicago was DR'd from stuns. Either way, just couldn't quite get that stomp. As the Wolves are tearing into Flexing. Wolves attacking the Cat. Cycle trying to come out. Interrupt by Chicago. Does Flexing have a flesh cap? He does try to make some plays happen here. He's going to be able to do quite a bit of recovery while in Bear from giving him extra health, extra shielding on top of it when he goes back into Cat. Which is a pretty big advantage of a Druid being able to go for Flesh Cap. It's just Bear for Flesh Cap is nuts in the shielding it provides. Flexing get the full dots onto Chicago. No Frenzy though. So he's chilling. He's okay. Chicago, not really though. Not a lot of mana left. Do they go for the heal themselves? I think he kind of wants to get a juke out of Chicago. He really wants to get juke cast and maybe go for a flesh capture of his own properly. Is able to catch up on a little bit of healing. The Wolves are back up. Lots of Maelstrom. Not a lot of mana still. And Chicago got instant cast heals. He actually can't get juked by Flexing Bites in that situation. Gonna be that big cycle by Flexing as he's just trying to make sure he doesn't take any chances versus Chicago. That last duel of Flexing on a Hunter versus Chicago and Shaman. And this is where Flexing Bites like, you know what? This is where I will play a class that got a ton of healing, dude. There's no way I'm gonna take a chance here. Chicago popping in a wall, getting kind of low. Is gonna end up getting a fear onto Flex at some point. Wolves are back in there, dude. Fiery Wolves are in. This is what you need to do, as many fiery hits to put up a dot onto Flexing Bites with double Wolves. And this is where Chicago tried to see if he could drop down the stun totem. Flesh Couch, Flexing Bites once interrupted, does go for it. Gonna be Sunder missing Flexing Bites, but still doing quite a bit of damage for the Wolves either way. And Flexing Bites most likely is going to see himself with the fear. War Stop on Chicago. Is the fear from a mini proc? I think it might. But Chicago's getting low. There goes the fear of Flexing. Does Chicago not even just to end that duel? Oh, He wanted that kill, dude. After that last arena versus Chicago, he just wanted some payback. I think he just wanted to regain some lost glory there. Heldrock going in for massive damage versus Flexibot. Looks like he's gonna take him out. Oh, the big Kyrian burst comes out for Heldrock, and the boy actually get into play without dampening being at like giga high. So Heldrock might actually be able to stand a chance here. It looks at TM is gonna be out. Fleshcut is up. It is gonna have the pet attack at TM. No opener for the rogue. That's unfortunate. And TM is just going to get in, try to sink in the dots of the Heldrock. Chicken for Heldrock immediately out of the kidney shot. Going to be some spears, some spikes thrown out by TM. Shackles the Malediction does shadow meld it. Almost in line of sight it, but he's going to be able to shadow meld it. Binding onto TM. Could cloak it, could go for advantage. Aim shots are flying through. Quite a bit of damage by Heldrock. Flare out. TM dodging the flare by a quick second. And Heldrock might be able to get himself a camo in this situation. Does he have dots? Potentially could get himself a camo. Sap by the rogue, no trigger for Heldrock, could be really bad. Needs the pet sack immediately. TM could, no Vendetta actually, I was gonna say could go with Vendetta, but he doesn't even have it. Freeze trap as the road comes out. This is where you go for the stun immediately, because anything could stop you go. TM does get hit with a scatter shot. Heldrock looking to slow him down a little bit. Cloak of Shadow is keeping him immune for mini cats. Gonna be that Kyrian arrow up, and Heldrock could go for some damage. Does himself big double tap aim shot ready to go. Oh, big damage into the rogue. Didn't even have to look at him, just through the wall. It looks like Skills Hunter getting hit with a slow. Heldrock is a marksman. Oh no, Skills just wanted to go for a nice honor duel, I think. And Hog didn't even give him a chance. I think Heldrock, I don't know what happened. That felt a little bit bad to watch. I think Skills just wanted to go for a nice bow honor duel, but Heldrock, he's a marksman hunter, you know what I mean? He knows he doesn't survive long. He knows as much as he wants to give these boys honor duel, he literally cannot. He has to take the advantage everywhere he can, and going from one guy to another while he still has cooldowns. I think that's why he did it. I don't think he did it because to be toxic. I think he did it because I don't think he really wins a lot of those matchups. Unless he just goes in, because he did a lot of damage very quickly. A little feels bad, man, but man, what can you say? Or you get hit with that chimeric shot silenced as he's playing out to those boomy guns. Gonna be that Kyrian arrow, and Heldrock got himself procs. Big aim shot available. Badge by Ori. Does he go for the big convoke? Is that what he does? Big. Oh, Kyrian go actually instead. Ori and that Kyrian grind, dude. Look at that. Another chimeric onto Ori. Heldrock trying to get some rapid fires in there. Just whatever damage you can. Throwing down a trap. Ori dodging the freezing trap completely, and Heldrock is gonna hit him with a scatter. Trinket for Ori. Got him some Star Surges. Freezing trap. Does Heldrock make it out of there alive? Trying to mount up, trying to see if he can get the hell away from the dodge. Can he camo? Can he camo? Does he have feign death too? Maybe. Trying to create some line of sight as best he can. Just running, dude. He's just running with a moonfire on him. Can he feign death camo? Maybe. Potentially feign death. Does he camo? Nope. Freezing trap. I think he still has dots on him though. Oh, Ori though. Oh, there's no way. Ori just dotted him up and just out of there. That is a rough one, man. What is that marksman damage? They're pretty good. Marksman Hunter kind of pumps. They hit hard, but they also get hit hard. So it's kind of like a glass cannon build. A glass cannon build for sure. Rezar is perfect for this map. It is, dude. It is. Plus the crit that it gives for hunters. Plus all the hunters go on Kyrian, even in PvE. With the mechanical soulbind, you could give you a cooldown reduction on that arrow too. With decent damage for a single target, like 8k dot over like 8 seconds, 10 seconds. Could be really good. Ori scouting out for the rogue. He's not really sticking out towards the corner. He is going to get a roar into the rogue. I think you might have noticed that he was near a stealthy. I just had to see if you can roar him out. Errorless taking a little bit of time getting dotted by Ori. Is he trying to go for maybe reset? Is he trying to... He's doing something. Is it supposed to be insanely the next dueling? I think it might have been a confusion. It looks like maybe somebody else was supposed to be dueling. Or is that... Yeah, it looks like maybe Errorless trying to figure out who's supposed to be first, who's supposed to be last. But he was waiting out. It looks like maybe he isn't the one dueling. Ori is just sitting down like a patient cat, waiting out while we're dealing with the confusion. Is it insanely? It looks like it is going to be the unholy DK insanely. Looking around, seeing where the feral is. Ori gets us out. Could have been an opener by insanely, but he does go for the honor bow. At least wanted to let him know, hey, we're gonna duel. And insanely, letting him catch a re-stealth, I really cannot stress this enough. I love me some honor duels, right? Insanely sees, comes out of bow, let him re-stealth, let him get the opener like he needs it or whatever, you know what I mean? I love that. Ori though, now he's gonna be that chase. The Army of the Dead looking to join the fight. Insanely just sprinting after Ori. Thorns is up, trying not to get slowed by them. Stunned by the pet, looking to go for big damage. Looks like Ori is gonna get hit. And Insanely, I think he's going for that, you know what I think he's going for? He's going for the ancient, what is that? Frenzy. Unholy Frenzy, isn't he? To give himself lots of resources. Bash into Insanely, cycle by Ori, getting interrupted. Insanely doesn't sit that bash long at all. Did IBF out of it. Stun into into Ori with a silence to follow. Army that had joined the fight does not play the A-bomb, so I wonder what else he's playing. Cyclone, gonna be AMS for Insanely with the shackles and malediction to Ori. I think that might be game right here unless Ori can just heal right through it. It looks like he does take him down. Just a little bit of a setup onto Ori. Ori did commit quite a lot of cooldowns versus the Hunter though. So I guess it might have been, you know, one of those things where you don't have the CDs. Gonna be Insanely hitting Myth with the cold, with the freeze, with the chains of ice. Insanely chicken out of that stun though. Looking to maybe kite Myth around. As this is gonna be full cooldowns out of the DK. Is Insanely a... Is he a Necrolord? He is Necrolord. Did he use the grippy hand though? I don't know if he did or didn't. Insanely is going to have to play very defensively. He's going to hit with a silence as he sacrifices the pet. Going to be Lynchborn, but he can't death call himself for a bit. Needs to get himself a little bit of healing. That is going to be that spell ward and proccing as the shadow damage comes out from Myth. As Myth is going to IMS a lot of this damage as well. Insanely is going to have himself hell of a game. Needs himself defenses though, or maybe just get aggressive. It looks like a lot of Myth's offensive cooldowns are gone for the time being. AMS is up for Insanely. Can he catch up on heals at all at 42% dampening? He's trying to maintain himself as best as he can versus Myth. And that's going to be a stun onto Insanely. Myth looking to take him out right now. Does he get to? As Insanely goes in for a silence, but I think he's just out of it. 43% dampener. Not much you could really do in this situation. And Myth does take him out. Either Errorless or Faded going to be next. There's 2 rogues left. I don't really know if a DK can match up to rogues this late into the game with 44% dampener. It looks like Errorless is going to be out in the open. Nice bow to Myth, but doesn't really want to get too close to him. He did give him a nice honor bow, but he knows, you know, I'm going to get in there, dude. Big Vendetta, kidney shot, open a Garrote after. Myth is going to be taking a lot of damage. Going to be that death backed immediately. So it's going to be a lot of his necrotic down. Errol is just kind of fueling that necrotic health. AMS is up for Myth. Is going to reduce some of that damage, but still cannot recover in health at all. And just the dots would have ended him too. That was nutty. That was nutty. Ori with that Kyrian burst. Heldrock actually holding on to his own. Looks like Insanely actually doing quite a bit of damage to Ori too. It's something we don't really see with the Holy DKs. We don't see him that often, but with the buffs I've gotten, I really want to see more of him, dude. Really want to see more of him. Let's go, boys. Gonna rotate. Sounds good. Trixie, you got a group? Made an error. DK was supposed to go. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're chilling. We're chilling. Yeah, we understood. We understood what you guys were trying to do. Can I get Rido is doing an honor duel? Yeah. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it, Bald. Yeah, Heldrock, he did not give you the honor duel, but also he's a marksman hunter. He knows he can't. This is why we allow honor duels if you guys want to, but they're not necessary. There's no rule that says you have to do a slash bow to the other person. You know what? If you feel like you will not, if you're a class that doesn't really, like if you're an arms warrior and you just scored an execute on somebody and a dude walking up to you wants to do an honor duel, I totally understand if you want to be the honor duel guy, but if you got Victor Rush, wouldn't you want to charge in Victor Rush and then continue on? Because dampening is just going to take out, dude. You're not getting cooldowns back any faster. Or you just blasted somebody, warrior still has avatar. The other dude comes out trying to go for the honor duel. The warrior charges in like, okay, you're my enemy. I still have avatar. I am an arms warrior. I'm not going to live long. I want to get in there. You know what I mean? Yeah, honor duels are not necessary. It's up to you guys. If you want to run in and just snipe them out, you're more than welcome to. The honor duel is just something some people like to do. Just walk up. If it's a friend, hey, honor duel. Or if somebody you expect, you know, give them an honor duel. If it's up to you, it's not necessary. The 5V5 1v1 duel scene, in fact, is a cutthroat scene. You guys are just being nice to one another. You don't gotta be nice. Oh, Mr. Greedy, should I press IPS? Yeah, you're good, you're good. Yeah, and Holy DKs don't live that far into the dampening either. It's pretty rough out there, not gonna lie. I saw, dude. I saw Valrip. I want to join. Alex, you're more than welcome to my guy. If you guys want to join in, check the LFG, play versus play, premium group, custom PvP, find the group type number 5, and see if there's a group looking for him. There will be a group named 5V5 1v1 DUELS. If you guys don't see one, it's got to be called something like 5V5 1v1. Let me fix it at this point. Duels, Dalaran. Something along those lines. Make a group yourselves. Get boys to join in. Let him know in chat that you got a group. Let him know if you got a group in Alliance or Horde over in the NA what the group name is. Advertise it in chat as much as you wanna, and get your boys all in here, boys. Get your boys all in here. Let's go. No, it's not spam. It does 30 minutes apart usually. Also mod, but it does help down. Fantastic job, Delver Presser. What's up, Pete? How you doing, my man? Go to enjoy those. No more Outlaw Road guides for PvP. No, there is, Chrissy Poo. We have an Outlaw Road guide on the channel, man. Back, sorry. Okay, hold on. We'll do it again. We'll go again. No, there's an Outlaw Road guide in PvP. Should I just record a BGO of me doing some Outlaw Road PvP stuff? Showing you guys how fantastic the spec is. I could totally do it, dude. Alrighty, boys, let's get another duel up and running here. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Switch. Let's get ourselves in here, boys. We got ourselves C-Vark. Oh my goodness, what a wonderful mog, my man. As an arcane, faded. First up, but that's gonna be a skill Santra out there. Looks like faded skill Santra, a little bit of one on bow. Faded doesn't really. Oh, back it up. There we go. I do also like that too. Like if you're in an arena like this, I really like honor duel is all cool. But I like what they not, you know, I really, I'm going to go off on a tangent here, but I really like when you guys do honor duels with each other with a bow. And it's not like a rogue walks up next to the guy, bow, self-sap immediately. Because I used to have some friends that did that all the time. Like when it was a rogue versus rogue duel, they were like, I won the duel. When the rogues were really like chess match, or who gets the other sap is the guy that wins. They would walk up and be like, slash bow, and then self-sap immediately. Or they would be right next to me when the duel is about to start, stealth. And then sap as first as I can. And I'm like, I would just always grapple hook as far as I can. Like, let it just be like a stealthy peekaboo duel. You know what I mean? Let me look for you. Let me look for you. Gonna be immediate opener. And it's gonna be immediate trigger by Skills Hunter walling off, trying to see if he can cyclone. Faded got him some cheap shots. It looks like Skills Hunter's gonna take a lot of damage. Vanish coming out. It's gonna be big damage. Where's the skills? Where's up for a second? Faded trinkets it. Oh my god, he just committed everything just to make that burst happen. Shackles and Malediction on the seed pod. What? This man just used shackles on a seed pod. What is going on? This guy is insane. He's actually just like throwing everything but the kitchen sink into these duels. This guy's insane. Trinketed, evasion, vanished. Like he does everything to win. Oh my god, dude. Damn, Flexing Hodge is going to be up next. We got us Myth Cold Feeder on Team 2 with Ori in the back, as well as TM Assassin on Team Faded. We got us, let's see, we were talking about him earlier. Flexing is, Hellbrock is in here. Valorip is back. How you doing, my guy? I haven't seen that beautiful, beautiful boy in a while. Looking like a young Anduin looking like over here, my man. Looking good. Looking like a young man right there, man. Looking like a young man, dude. And Flexing Hodge is looking for Faded. Trying to see if we can find him. Trying to see if he scour every single corner for the rogue. Faded's chilling, dude. After burning that many cooldowns on the first duel, he better wait for CDs. You know what I mean? Can't really blame him. Did he pick up both eyes, or are the eyes not up? The eyes might not even be up. You can even see on Flex's face, he just perplexes like, where is this guy? Where could he be? Because all Flexi could do is maybe run around, just drop down random consecrations. Also could take a nap, I guess. Faded going in with a kitten shot, interflagellation, going to be immediate Hodge. And a trinket out of Flexing Hodge. Looking to end it right here. Worst out for a second. Does he get the biggest go here? That's going to be massive damage. Faded with a Cloak of Shadows. Does he go for a Shadow Step to maybe juke out the Paladin? Looks like he's just going to run around circles with the boy. And that's going to be a restyle for him with that Shadow Mill. Forcing lots of cooldowns offensively out of Flexing Hodge. Faded is going to have a trinket as well as defenses afterwards. So Faded is actually kind of okay. He could go for another kitten shot soon. He did use flagellation there to really force cooldowns out of Flexing. And I think Flexing... Oh, it is Flexing! I didn't even realize that was Flexing on a Pala. I didn't realize I was flexing on the Pala for some reason. But flexing Hodge. Flexing the Pala. Did want to go for big damage onto the rogue, dude. Kidney shot onto flexing. No flagellation. Is going to have the mark for death. Big eviscerates back to back. Could be a bubble out of flexer right here. Does he go for it? He doesn't choose to go for a bubble. He thought he might be able to survive it. Faded didn't commit cooldowns this time. He didn't vanish. He just had one dance. No shadow blades. I guess he just had the damage. That is rough, man. That is rough. But also flexing, that is an ult of his. I don't know how geared it might be. Ori chilling bear form versus Faded. So far, Faded actually didn't commit too many cooldowns into flexing on the Pala. And he actually might just be able to go all in versus Ori. That is a Boomy. Oh, he has a bark skin, no wall, maybe some self-heals. Massive damage as Boomies do as a Kyrian. Is going to be able to thrash Faded out. And that's going to be Faded with the Shadow Blades. No flagellation. Looks like that's down for a bit. It's going to go for the full kitted shot. Cheap shout out to Ori. Barkskin is up for Ori. Is going to use Sippy Cup in between of that burst. And getting that Cyclone to Faded with that roar. Faded did go for a Shadow Step. Maybe look at maybe line of sight, Ori, behind him. Actually, Cyclone would have went off even if you're not looking at the guy. It's going to get knocked out of the smoke bomb by Ori. Well, perfectly enough to get some dots in there. And Ori got the big Kyrian burst, tricking out of the blind. Faded doesn't have a cloaker shot. It's going to be really bad right now. And that's going to be Ori on top of Faded. Does he thrash him out? Does swipe him out? That's still going to be Fury of Illume. Big star surges as Ori had a bit of that Kyrian burst. Bash to Faded. Trick inside of it to kidney shot onto Ori. Does he have to go? Wait, does he turn it around Ori right now? Does he actually do it? Ori with a big heal. Frenzy reach and emergency healing. Vanished by Faded. Trying to see if he can nuke him down with the shackles. Actually, Ori could have been in a bad spot. Cloak and evasion are up. Ori just has to wait both of these out. Needs to keep Faded in combat somehow. Shadow Mill by Faded as he has no dots on him. And Ori needs some healing of his own. Is going to stealth out of there. That could have been the biggest turnaround by Faded, dude. This guy is just throwing cooldowns in and he's just rotating. Keep it evasion, keep it cloak of shadows, keep it everything on CD. This man, I think, knows. This man is almost playing like a PvEer, dude. If you're not using your cooldowns, you're losing them. In PvP, you usually just wait until the perfect moment. He's just like, you know what? Let's just force CDs out of these boys, catch a reset, get back in there, throwing CDs in there constantly. And Ori with a Barkskin not looking too good for wear. But Faded just doesn't have that much of a follow-up. Ori does have himself a frenzy regen. At least he's able to catch up. Might be able to get himself a Sippy Cup a little bit later. Could maybe swipe Faded out, but better to sit in stealth and hope that he doesn't walk on top of the rogue, because that is going to be Faded with a 100% crit opener. Could be really, really rough. Could be rough. Yeah, Alex, you can bring a friend. Yeah, perfectly fine. Yeah, I'm okay. Why? Actually looking for 2 Alliance. I don't know if Alex, you got it. Alliance boys are Horde boys, but yeah, man. I suspended PvP to the PvE. I'm legit to 40 item level with PvE gear. Yo, Val, really? Massive, dude. Yeah, 240 is pretty crazy, dude. Although the PvP gear that jumps up from 240 to like 259, it is it 259? It is pretty nutty. It is quite a big gear. Faded Ori going for a bit of a reset. 9% dampening rolling in as we head towards the 6 minute 30 mark. Maybe into the 7 minute. Maybe into the 8 minute overtime. But Ori is just kind of waiting it out. Actually, it almost looked like he was waiting for the rogue. I think he's just waiting for CDs. I think he's just perfectly fine waiting for CDs. Flexing looks like he's just gonna, Faded looks like he's just gonna hang out by the eye, but Ori is out and about, caught up on a bunch of health, was just regenerating, and he's doing A-okay, at least for the time being. And that's gonna be Faded with a mark for death ready to go. Ori wants to pick up the eye, decides to go against it, see if he can maybe thrash Faded out. Gonna be the flagellation opener. Ori has a Barkskin for it, but look at that flagellation burst, dude. Emergency healing for Ori right now, doing the best that he can deal with it. That's gonna be Thorns up as well. Charges to Faded to root him for a second, try to get some dots in him. Does Ori have a big go? Bash onto Faded, does have a trigger for a blind for Ori. As Ori, did he use Kyrian go? He had Kyrian burst, yep. If you can line up a Kyrian burst later with the full CE, then he'll be A-okay. But that is his go. But it's only a minute CD. Faded is not going to have a trinket after that minute. So it could be pretty bad for him. Faded has some dots in there. Ori just trying to maintain the dots on him. Going to be tricking for Ori with a roar. Trying to go for a war stop versus Faded. Let's still get a war stop. Trying to deny the war stop. Going to be war stop in the cyclone. But that's going to be a cloak of shadows for Faded. Just to ignore that cloak. Those cheap shots just to stop that war stop for a second is nutty. Ori just making sure to get some thrashes into Faded. Just to make sure he's dotted up in any way possible, whether from melee, whether from Moonfire, Sunfire, but does need the pressure. Needs to keep the pressure on. Barkskin is up for Ori, could be okay. Thorns may be available. Kyrian go again. Does have CE. Does he go for the big bash onto Faded? Faded does trinket it. All right, does he vanish it? Wait, Ori had no health at all. Oh my god, this rogue. vanishing just to get himself the big setup. This guy just throws everything into the targets. Does AoE out TM. Gonna be faded with a shadowy duel, and TM just taking advantage of that shadowy duel, just the line of sight that it creates with Heldrock charging a TM. Being a marksman hunter, he knows he has himself limited amount of time to deal with TM. He's gonna hit him with a chimeric poison that's gonna be a slow into a silence into damage and heal reduction. Does have evasion, but putting his back to Heldrock as a rogue. Oh, this is something that needs to be addressed as a rogue. If you press evasion, you dodge from the front. You can't dodge from the back. So you press evasion, face the physical attacker. So if Heldrock is shooting you in the back, face him. Just look at him. Look him in the eyes while backpedaling behind the pillar. Don't stand behind him like that. That's really going to be bad. Big damage onto Myth Cold Feet as Heldrock just tried to put up the most damage, and a big kill shot's coming out. Myth does go for the death pack. Back with death itself, but he's going to necrotic himself out. So into an interrupt onto Fleshcraft. It looks like Heldrock just wants to take him out. Maybe has a big kill shot ready to go. Big kill shot, not enough damage. Big aim shot to follow, and does take him out. That was nuts, dude. This rogue just came in and just kept trucking damage over and over. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Damn, dude. Damn. Alright, boys, let's get another one in this part. You got a group? You doing arena first 60 or mind 5V5 1v1? Yeah, we should do threes on your mage, my rogue sometime. Oh, yeah. Dude, seriously, Spark, me and you should play some threes sometime, dude. That'd be fun as hell. Find a random healer and just mess around, you know what I mean? Find a random healer and mess around for a bit. 5 ready, let's get it again, boys. Yo, Alex and KY, you guys, it looks like K has 2 people. Alex has 2 people on Alliance, so you guys could probably join the groups together. You know what I mean? That'll be 4 people, and we get you guys in. Just add you to one, and to add you guys, one of you guys add on a real ID, which should be good. Spart, hit me up. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I'll DM you when I'm looking for threes. I'll hit them up, dude. I'll hit a Spart up. Spart is super fun to play with. Remember when me and Spart were both, what is it? Like I had some dudes that I was doing arenas with. Like it was what? I think season 2 and season 3. I think it was season 2 and season 3 of BFA. I had some friends that I played with, and then they quit. And towards the tail end of the expansion, I was like, "Yo, Spart, you want to play some arenas?" And we just hit 2100 right before the season was over. Just for funsies. It was so easy, dude. It was actually nuts. Alrighty, boys, let's get Chicago and Baldwin here. Yo, Alex or KY, I can get you guys out on real ID, and we get you guys queued against one of the boys in here for that variety. You know what I mean? Get the variety in there, dude. That was a good duel, dude. That rogue, bro, he just going in, just hammering damage. Actually nuts. Faded, dude, just throwing cooldowns, so he doesn't care. I like that. I like that a lot. Wait, an ASL, that's what I'm trying to do. An ASL 30, 32. Let's go, boys, let's go. Logging in for Alliance, go Pally, Zio. How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one, my dude. Hope you are having a wonderful, beautiful evening, my man. Hope you're having a wonderful, beautiful evening, my guy. If anybody needs a horde, Luffy Takajis, let's go, dudes. Let's go. Just a quick message away. Alliance? A horde. You said horde. Switch. We got ourselves team 1 together with Seavark. Never got to play last time, maybe this time, as Arcane. Faded, which got himself playing to play last game. Heldrock was still holding on to that. I keep making that joke all the time, but he's still playing out that marksman. Would it be Valorip as well as Chicago versus Team 2? We got ourselves flexing on a Survival Hunter, Mythical Feed on a Holy DK. We got Ori on the Kirin Boomy with Skills Hunter on a Fae, Feral, and TM Assassin as a Necrolord Assassin, I want to say. It looks like Valorip is going to be first up, dude. He's got himself the floating disc for hard mode as a Vesh. Looking good, dude. This is going to go for some backflips, flexing, swapping. Not too much. He went from like a male orc to female orc. I do think the Mog and the female orc, this Mog in particular with the glasses, looks pretty dope. Looks pretty dope. I like how your weapon still shows up even though you're in camo. I'm hoping that the enemy team can't actually just see like a floating weapon or nothing. Gonna be flexing, getting the proper opener onto Valor. Just throwing in the chalk-ups, throwing in the nades, letting the nods do work, getting the Petra kill command. Gonna be flashing light from Valor. Doesn't want to get interrupted though. Could have been a harpooner and a muzzle away. Big stun into flexing. Valor got himself big damage. Going in for the big kill. Oh my god! Unless you just shrink it and pop turtle. I don't think there's a way to. Oh my god. Was that through pet sack too? Was that through pet sack? Oh my god, Valrip. Oh, what was that proc? Did you just get every one of those hammer procs for the Kyrian? You must have gotten all of them, dude. Hammers, wreck, one, like literally wreck into a final verdict, and that's it. That's all it took. Oh my god, Myth just saw his man, his legacy, just get, just the gavel slammed on him. Valrip, that stuff should be illegal at this point. Myth tried to see if he can get the grippy hand onto Valrip. The stun does not stop the grabby hands. And Valrip is looking to get himself a bit of a reset. Flashlight does not get interrupted. Bubble is available for Valrip. Yeah, it's Varlip, not Valrip. It is Varlip, you're right. I do mess up his names. I swear, boys, I can't read. He timed it with the SOV breaking. Oh, did it really? That's, oh, Shield of Vengeance. Oh, is that what that was? It was Shield of Vengeance? That is so disgustingly good. Yeah, the Shield of Vengeance on a single, even with a pet, I feel like that pet has split some of that damage, but it still is a ton. Myth getting hit with a hard jet again. Yeah, it is Valrip. You're right. It is Valrip. Although, don't mind me if I call him Valrip. Okay, it's just at this point, it's just a nickname at this point. At this point, it's a nickname. Myth's trying to go for Shackle. Valrip though taking a bit of a Shackle damage. Is going to be Myth with Health Necrotic. Blessing Protection onto Var. And for Myth, this could be really bad. IBF is up, trying to see if he can heal whatever he can. He's gonna get a silence on the VAR. Not a lot of healing for Myth. He needs to get Death Claws. Wait, could actually turn it around. Just turn around on the Paladin with no health left at all. Myth does take him down. I called him Valor forever. I did, dude. I did call him Valor forever. I did. At this point, it's a nickname, man. At this point, I mean it with like, I mean it in a good intention. Seavark is gonna go for a poly onto Myth just to give him a full reset. Just to give him a full reheal. Even gonna let him go for full flesh cap. I think Seavark wants him to have the most amount of health, the most amount of shield, just so he can just crush it like a soda can in a single go. I think that's what he's trying to do, because Arcane Burst has been kind of nutty, as Seavark is gonna have himself the full triple shield ready to go. But also, same thing with Christina, right? Name with Valrip. Same thing with Christina, because technically the Pharaoh's name is Christine Kione, like Christikna. But I call it Christina just because it's easier. Seavark try to go for a big setup, touch of the magic. Animosphere gonna be AMS for Myth. Try to see if he can deal with the damage coming down. Seavark try to go for a big touch of the magic. Myth will still take and continue to say big damage. As it's gonna be Mirrors of Torment, or the Myth eventually is gonna silence him and do quite a bit of hits. And Seavark got himself plenty of damage. That's gonna be the mirror adding extra damage for Seavark. Got himself there all the time. Big grip by Myth with the grabby hand. Seavark trying to go for a Rune of Power. He's just gonna go for missiles into Myth. Missing that interrupt. Gonna be Door of Shadows, which should. Oh, I was thinking Seavark was going places, but he was just going to destroy Myth just to get him to kind of get stumbled up a bit. Is gonna get more missiles. No interrupt available for Myth unless he has a grip. Ultra time is up for Seavark. He's just not dying right now. Myth might need to pop a defensive here if anything. Gonna be a Rune of Power for Seavark. Did he actually drop it? He did, but didn't have damage to really follow up. But that is a goal out in the open for him just to get procs from and collect the damage for his Lego. Gonna be a touch of the magic. Myth does go for a grip. Does he go for an interrupt? Or Canisphere around the corner? Nothing you can do to stop it. Nothing you can do to stop it. Could be big damage. Myth taking a bit of hits from there. Going to be Arcane over on the corner. Maybe a Barrage if Myth pokes his head. Does he? Barrage Damie does actually proc the Spell Warden for quite a bit of shield. That does absorb most of more magical damage. Spell Warden is a proc from magic damage. More like it's proc from it compared to the original rune. And it what's the word here? And it does quite a bit of shielding, but only for magic. So it's pretty good, what I'm trying to say. Myth get himself a flash card up and running. Seavark has himself ultra time in case things go sour. Is going to ultra time back towards Myth, trying to go for Mirrors of Torment with a touch of magic. Does get stunned for it. Myth does have an interrupt if needs to. But as he's casting spells, as he's trying to get a melee, that is going to be Mirrors of Torment popping. And if Seavark got the conduit for those, that should increase the damage he does too. Trying not to get interrupted on Arcane. Silence on the Myth can't interrupt while silenced, and actually just barraging him with missiles. That is the thing about Death Knights. If you're silenced, you can't interrupt, you can't grip, you can use certain spells. So as soon as Seavark got the interrupt, what can Myth do? He literally can't interrupt. He's silenced, he's rooted, can't really do much about it. It is rough out there, man. It is rough. Next up is going to be Skills Hunter. Not going for an honor duel with Seavark. He's just kind of watching him. Maybe waiting for an opportunity. And Seavark does pop images on him. Maybe he's waiting out the images. Because I think, were the images there from the duel with a myth? Or is that for skills? In preparation for the opener by the Feral. Oh, he does pick up the eye. Is going to barrage and missiles flying. So skills just going to help Seavark build up this procs. Going to be touching the Magi. And for Seavark, there's going to be lots of damage. Cyclo trying to come out. Seavark goes for an Invis. Actually interrupts and into Invis. Skills Hunter getting blasted right now. Lots of damage. Oh, my goodness. Seavark just went in for full arcane power. Which is a ton of damage when you put it all together. With the touch of the Magi, that is rough to deal with. That is hard. I'm not gonna lie down though. I did pretty good for a PvP item level. Oh, you betcha, dude. Without big one shot, big boom. Oh my god. Yeah, your PvE item level didn't do that bad in PvP. Trust me, you're just fine. TM Assassin is trying to see if he can get some damage with Seavark. Gonna be that all the time. Is gonna be able to get those spikes in there. Does not have a kick. Oh, it does have a kick, but he's just not close enough. Seavark blinking out of the kidney shots. Is gonna give himself a shield. That's gonna be TM continuing the C chain. Does interrupt him on the Shadow, and Seavark is actually going to go for full Arcana Sphere, big burst versus TM. Could be massive damage. Cloak, that trinket. He did not want to take the damage of the Arcana Sphere. Just didn't want to deal with it. Didn't want to bugger with it. And he's going to go for Shadow Step as Seavark almost out of the range of that smoke bomb. Invis for Seavark does use the big Invis, so that's 60% DR with that one for a short few seconds after coming out of Invis. And while Invis, the Seavark did burn quite a big defense. A big food catch up for Seavark at 16% dampening, which is only so much you can do as a mage sometimes when it comes to self heals, except for, you know, when you're fired and you have cauterize and a healing ice block and a triple shield, which Arcane has one less of these things. And that's going to be a quick Invis for Seavark with a massive Invis trying to get some food, as TM should be able to see him, is going to be able to get the opener, but at least Seavark starting off with a full health bar. TM is playing sub actually. I was thinking it was Vendetta for some reason. I was thinking it was a Vendetta rogue. Ultra time is up for Seavark. Is going to have his ultra time put him back, but that's going to be trinket by Seavark just not to get hit by the blind, or at least just to get some pressure on the TM. No cloak of shadows for this rogue, so maybe Seavark could do something. That's going to mirrors on the TM, trying to see if he can blast him through. Does he have the big barrage at the end? Trying to do whatever damage he can. Big barrage, and oh, Seavark! He has that Arcana Sphere, but he doesn't need it. He's just going to go for full arcane power and just arcane blast him with palm and just continue blasting into the touch of Magi. That is actually huge. Or I try to go for a bit of a dance with Seavark. This is going to be probably a tough matchup for the Arcane Mage versus a what's the Boomy? Because our last time we had Arcane Seavark versus Ori. I think Ori was Convoke, but it's still massive. Or maybe no, Ori was on Necro at the time, but it's still pretty tough. And I don't think Seavark was running a defensive Lego. So this time might be able to have a more of a closer game, because he was playing the big Barrage Lego. And actually, what am I talking about Barrage? Because I was thinking Seavark is still running Barrage Lego. I mentioned it earlier in the stream, but I was wrong. I was wrong, Chad. And that's not okay. Ori does get hit with the mirrors. Seavark going in for the image, for the Invis, for massive Invis. Trying to see if he can get a sphere. It looks like Ori is going to get himself silenced as well as rooted. Trying to see if he can deal with the damage from Seavark. That's going to be blinked by the mid. Trying to get him some touches magic onto Ori at some point. War Stomp with some big damage. Going to be the big Curing Go. Seavark might have to ice block and try to see if he can miss out of it. Going to go for missiles versus Ori. It is going to ice block it since he got up. He has to. Does just a lot of damage. That's just a ton of damage. That Kyrian Boomy Burst is insane. 28% dampener. Seavark does get himself a little bit of healing. Is going to go for a quick re-stealth with Shadow Mode. Ori knows that was a re-stealth. Door of Shadows is up for Seavark to create some line of sight. Does save images. With Ori having a minute-long CD on his interrupt, it is really hard for him to really stop anything Seavark does. So, Vent there, teleports, all those abilities. As long as Seavark has the line of sight of Ori, he should be able to do some damage. And Ori does back up behind the pillar. Going to be a big Arcana Sphere. Does he get to juke it? He's trying to see if he can dodge it. Let's see if we can just turn and predict where Ori is going to go. It's going to be rough. Especially at that kind of range. But maybe for Seavark, if he can at least get some kind of a knockback at Ori, that wouldn't be bad. Touch of the Magic onto Ori. Seavark doesn't sit that stun long at all. Blinks out of it. Going to be interrupt onto Ori. Trying to go for some missiles in here. That's going to be damage to Ori. Taking quite a bit of hits. Touch of the Magic procking. And Ori, I believe, one maybe for a Sippy Cup. Potentially, Mirrors of Torment is up. Ori, better be careful. Every time he heals, he could put himself in a silence and a root effect. Could swap forms though. Unless the silence stops him from swapping forms, which I don't think it does. But I think swapping forms does act as a cast spell. So eventually it's going to proc these images. And I think he just wants to proc these images away from Seawork if he's going to proc him at all. Arcana Sphere is going to set up, try to go for regrowth. Does he get himself silenced? Looks like he waited out. That's going to be Arcana hitting Ori quite a bit with a charge over Seawork with a short root. Ori trying to go for the big cure and go. Seawork does hit him with a root. Ori forces a power shift, get out of booming form. Trying to see if he can just create some line of sight, but jumping over the broken pillar of the middle tombstone. Interrupt by Seawork as Ori tried to catch up on some heals. That's going to be a big bear form with the friends of region, keeping him afloat at 38% dampening. That's going to be Dory Shadows onto Ori to interrupt him. Is going to get a trinket. Cyclone into Seawork does blink, but still gets hit by that Cyclone. You don't need to be facing the target, but he just had to try it. Maybe he'll blink into the line of sight position by some miracle. But that was Seawork touching the magic. He's going to be able to use that again every 45 seconds, but he does need that as a primer as part of the burst. Try to see if he can juke the Arcana Sphere. Does Ori get to juke it? Looks like Ori gets hit. Quite a substantial hit. What is that? What, 20% of his health? Just an Arcana Sphere? If you can just line it up like a billiard ball, like a pool cue, just hit the ball, dude. You got him. Bowling. I'd rather bowling, really. Hit it a right angle, honestly. It's all about the angles. I do need to mess around with Arcana Sphere myself. That thing seems nuts. I just see other people are doing some of the bursts with Arcana Sphere. See if I'm trying to see if he just maintains the pressure onto Ori. Flap is up for Ori to try to go for a big interrupt onto Seawork. And that is going to be an interrupt, I think, on Shadow. And see if I got himself Mirrors of Trauma. He does connect. No, he doesn't. He doesn't connect with Ori. Big Arcana Sphere is ready. Does Ori get hit by it? Trying to see if he can juke it out. Does get hit. Mirrors out. This is going to be a touch of the magic. Does, I think, a stab it. Does he stab a touch of the magic? I don't think he did. But it's going to be a big Kyrian burst for Ori. Massive Star Starters into Seawork. Does he have a defensive? Actually, I think he stole the Kyrian burst. He stole the Kyrian burst. I didn't know you could do that. Silence on Ori as Seawork got 2 Covenant worth of damage. Oh my god. He stole the Kyrian burst from Ori. He had the Venthyr images, the boomy Kyrian burst all in one. I didn't know you could steal it. I didn't know I did not realize you could seal that. That was awesome. I just learned something new. Mages are overpowered, dude. That's like, that reminds me of the days when mages just steal wings from paladins. You'd be a mage, full burst, pop up swings, you're like, thank you. Now even more burst. That's actually insane. He just turns it around on him. I did not know you could steal it. Was he running a Klepto, or did he just like separately steal? What was that? So you can see why I went Venthyr. Yeah, Ventyr's really good. Ventyr's pretty good. I bet you're running the Conduit too, right? I don't even need to play Barrage like it because my missile's just so much. Yeah, especially with like your missile procs. You can stack up as mirrors get through and you get the PvP talent for it. Do you run the Conduit as a Venthyr where every time your mirror images or mirrors tick out, you get like a stacking damage buff? Because I imagine that'd be pretty good in PvP. I actually am interested. That's crazy, dude. Venthyr Arcane Mage, I think, is the play for PvP. That is insane. We also get a Fatal Claw next week. Yeah, 20% Versa Arcane. Yeah, that'll be insane. Cypher Malice, yeah, play with this. Yeah, Cypher Malice. Each time Mirror Torment is consumed, your spell damage is increased by 1% for 10 seconds. Stack it up to 3 times. With Nether Projection, consuming Clear Casting increases the damage of next to Arcane. Yeah. That's massive. And Prodigy as well for faster AP. Each wave of Clear Casting missile reduced. Yeah, that seems insane. That seems big. Still Psy? Oh, bold. It's okay, my man. You'll get it, dude. I believe in you. Yo, let's see if Chicago's swapping people out or they got same. Or if we got somebody else with a group, boys. 5v5 in the Alliance. Let's go, boys. You had 2 Legos in your vid early on. You had 2 Legos on your vid early on. So it's not 2 Legos, it's 2 Lego effects, right? So to explain that video, and it's worth watching, you could run Deathly Shadows as a rogue. And if you vanish, you get Deathly Shadows buff of 20% damage as a sub. If you swap legendaries once you vanish on your sub rogue, you keep the Deathly Shadows buff, and you can use a second legendary. So you can use the Gloomblade Lego for a big Shadow Strike together with that Deathly Shadows buff. Or you could use the 100% crit opener as a sub rogue together with the Deathly Shadows. And that stays. That's a PvE buff. It works in raids right now. It works in dungeons. Well, in dungeons it doesn't because you can't switch gear, but in raids you can. Like in the opener, before the boss is pulled, in 3 seconds you will vanish, slice and ice into switch for your into your other set, and you have the opener with 20% damage. So you could replicate it in BGs, but going for a vanish slice, switch your gear set, and then go in. So you basically maintain the 20% damage buff from the Lego while using another Lego. So it's basically like 2 Legos. Yeah, it's worth watching the video. It's kind of nutty damage. 5, awesome Chicago. Awesome. This is a build with Sinful Delight. Similar player cast, but it's so fun. Yeah, but you have to give up your shields, so I imagine that'd be kind of tough to do. But yeah, that can be pretty good. Mirror Torment, just being able to use it more often. We just clear cast it for days and you get mirrors back quicker. Especially in PvP, if somebody dispels it, like it would be fantastic too. Got a 5-1 Horde, let's go. Yo, Billy and Alex. Yo, make your groups, let's go, boys. Let's do it, dude. Alex got a 5. Yo, Alex, Dalaran, what's your real ID? Dalaran hashtag 1340, dude. Dalaran hashtag 1340. Or if you already have somebody in your group that has me added in real ID, Alex, pass some lead and I'll queue you guys in versus Seavark or Flexing. Or Seavark or Bald, because Bald is the leader of that group. What's your B-tag? Dalaran hashtag 1340, boys. Yo, Dalaran, I woke up after those few, made a Horde group, 5-5 Duels. There's no group, so what I do? Join one of the groups. Billy got a group, but it looks like it, by the looks of it. Unless Dalaran Gaming is the best, got a group right now on a Horde. MQ versus Alex, how does that sound? Q the new people versus other new people. I get it, didn't really pay attention to your gear, that's why I was curious. Yeah, there's some people out there. Yeah, it's pretty nutty. It's not quite disgusting as the Season 1 Suburb burst where you could literally Shadow Strike one-shot somebody. But it's still pretty strong. It's not quite sweaty. It's kind of sweaty, but it's not disgustingly bad. Take the Ant-Man B-tag request. We'll do. We'll get Ant-Man in here. Did I save that duel? I hope I did. God, I hope I did. God, I hope I did. Switch. We got ourselves Chicago. We got ourselves Ori. First up, boys, I'll take some B-tags right after this duel. Right after this one. But yeah, at me. Do an at Dalaran when you guys want me to take the B-tags. Okay, just at me. It'll be pretty fast way to going about it. Chicago tried to see if he could find himself a little bit of a better positional versus Ori. Ori looking to get himself a restyle. Chicago got himself Wolves up and running really early, right? Was that what it was? Or was it something else? Did Chicago... Wait, he did use Wolves. Okay, I was going to say, like, he used Wolves. But actually, Chicago's playing the normal Wolves. He's playing Ascendants. So is he playing the normal Lego? Or is he still the Ghost Wolves Lego? I'm actually very interested. I guess we got to watch his Ghost Wolves when they get under a minute CD. So we'll see how well they play out. But yeah. Ori looking for himself for a couple of regrowths. Chicago trying to find himself a better angle. Versus Ori needs to catch up to him at some point. Ori so far has had a really good cutting spree in the opener. And we'll see if those moves are going to be quicker. Because Chicago does have Ellie Shield, so maybe it tells me he might be playing the Ghostful Spirits build. Chicago with a big Bloodlust, trying to see if he might be able to get like a big go versus Ori. Does he have the Doomwind's Legendary, or is he playing the Wolf Bones? That is my question. Earth Element to join the fight, getting all beefed up and ready to go. Almost landing the Cyclone onto the Earth Ellie. And Chicago dropped down a grinding totem. I think for the Cyclone, actually. Going to be a Cyclone in Chicago either way. Unless they go for a trick. And Ori is just looking to slow the game down just a hair here. Just trying to wait this out. Looks like you actually just wants to just go for a bit of a run. Chicago landing that Primordial Bolt in there. But looks like Ori just doesn't want to play any games. Maybe while the Earth Elemental is up, he just doesn't want to touch him for the time being. Potentially. Entangled Roots over on the Earth Alley. And Chicago is looking to get himself some damage zone whenever possible. But so far, Ori just doesn't even let him touch him. This Boomy, man. This Boomy's like, I know this is a PvP match, but I think it's just waiting out the Earth Alley. I actually wonder if it's worth just nuking down Earth Alley. Might be better, actually. Or maybe Ori's looking for a classic re-stealth. I don't think he's going to be able to. Chicago charging in again. Going to be a silence by Ori. Is that what he's trying to do? Silence Chicago to give him no way out of it. Big start is Ori. That's what he's trying to do. The slide dog, you. Chicago trying to pop defenses. Flash Cop while moving. Oh, and man, his soul bind comes through. Flash Copting while moving. So Chicago is playing a many soul bind for that enhance. So he actually wants to be next to Ori if his health ever dips. Gold Soul's joining the fight. Could be going for big ascendance. And I still didn't get to see the Wolves. Big Ascendance out for Chicago. Does Ori survive this? He does have the big range in there. Is he going to be able to light aside it? The Waterfall coming in as an MVP for Ori, but still taking big damage. Roar on Chicago. Doesn't sit that Roar CC much longer. And Ori just trying to catch up on heals. Chicago Ascendance is going to be falling off here with another knockback for Ori. I still need to pay attention to if Chicago is running Doom Wins or if they're running Ghost with Bones. Stun, missing Ori, just not getting clipped by just a pixel. If you're not inside of that thing, he's doing A-okay. Chicago with the lightning bolts happens. I mean, Chicago so far just has had a decent go. Ori had a massive burst. Try to see if he can just make a big hit out of it. War Stomp start fires in Chicago. Does Ori have the big current burst to follow here? Chicago just trying to see if he can blast him back. Has plenty of mana to deal with this. That's going to be the Draenor Racial rolling out. Try to get himself a massive heal. And that's going to be a quick clone by Ori. Trinket, but Chicago interrupted Ori. That's going to be friends of regen. Wait, Chicago Trinket in this? He's trying to commit. He's trying to commit some cooldowns. And Ori just got to... just blows him away for a second. Just whiffs him out of there. Ori waiting out for that 1 minute CD, I think. He has to go for the big Kyrian goes. Start searching that totem. Now let's pay attention. Chicago, is he playing the Ghost full flag up? I want to say not. I think it's back to Doom Wins with an Earth element, with an Elemental Shield, not the Earth Shield though. But by the looks of it, I think he is back to Doom Wins. Just watching those Ghost wolves on in the corner of the map. You guys on the stream can't see, but the YouTube chat can't see. It doesn't look like they go back quite quicker. Because I'm pretty sure you would have gotten proxy or two. Either from the Earth, either from Elemental Shield, which I keep going on the Earth Shield. But either from Elemental Shield or just from autos or Storm Checks, whatever it may be. Big mount up for Chicago, or he's still just waiting down, dude. Ghost was joining the fight. Big interrupt to Ori. Chicago has also Shackles. That'd be massive versus Ori here too. Lower down his health, nuke him down, put Shackles on him. Big flash got up for Chicago, just trying to maintain themselves. Wolves are still in the game, giving Chicago quite a lot of Maelstrom, but not really going in with the Wolves for Damie. Because if he combines Wolves together with Bloodlust, that could be really, really strong together. If you lust with Wolves, and then you lust with every other CD. Lust Doom Wins into Wolves, Lust Doom Wins into Ascendants, and then basically have a Lust Doom Wins solo. Totally could, I think. But Ori is just being sneaky, being tricky. Big silence on the Chicago. Just trying to go for the big Kyrian Burst. Just trying to see if he can stop Chicago from being able to cast his spells. Walking out of that. Solar Beam just to press a wall, just so he's A-okay. Big Thunder on Ori to reverse some of that damage, to just really prevent some of that pressure, some of that burst. And Ori did go in with a full CE though. Or CA. Celestial Alignment. But it looks like it's a bit of a standstill again. 5 minutes of the duel, 6 damage, but it looks like this two just got massive amount of healing. Ori playing for the very burst heavy playstyle. Chicago and using that sustained pressure. Both of them just have the difference of playstyles, so they're just going different ways. Chicago with that Ascendance finally has line of sight of Ori. Can Ori stop the Ascendance burst? Has himself Frenzy Region rolling. And Chicago just continuing to put pressure. Ori with the big roar. Cyclone. Chicago triggers it immediately to maintain the Ascendance burst. Does he have the interrupt? Looks like grounded totem for it. Does go for a Sunder. No interrupt for Chicago for a bit. Shackles of addiction. Ori needs to find a way to stop it. Shackles actually necrotic him out completely. Ori needs a bit of healing. I think that was actually a Frenzy Region too. Just absorbed into those necrotics. Is going to get himself a sipping up with a regrowth. Now that druids and shamans have no way to stop the shackles, it can be a big tool for pressure. Or he's still catching up on a lot of help, but Chicago definitely had a really good go. It is a 3-minute cooldown, so he's not going to be seeing that ability for a while, but it is a really good go either way. Or I try to see if you can just dot up the pet as Fire Elemental's back up. That's how long this duel has been going, boys. Jeez. Cyclone, Ori does get interrupted on Chicago. Got the Ghosts in there, but slowed down. Try to see if he can catch up to Ori. Does drop down a Ground Storm, Sundering just to disrupt Ori for a second. The Ghost was doing work. The Earth Elemental doing work. Only 30% dampening, so Ori isn't behind on health at all. As Chicago trying to put in some pressure themselves. Cyclone coming out again. I think he just had his interrupt coming back up. Just had his interrupt coming back up. I think we gotta wait until Chicago has himself a good go. He does sell Bloodthirst, so maybe, or Heroism as an alliance, so maybe he has the Doom ones to follow with it, potentially. As Ori just waiting out. I think Ori's waiting out again for the Kyrian go. So basically, man, Ori is doing such a good job just keeping Chicago at bay. Chicago just, I don't know what else it can do. Big silence on Chicago. Does Ori go with the big Kyrian go? Does go in. Sunder by Chicago could go wall his damage off. That's gonna be a big disengage back for Ori. Doesn't really go super far from Chicago. This is gonna go disrupting with a disrupting roar. Chicago with a wall charging in, trying to see if he can make a play. He is gonna have the interrupt juked, as Ori might be able to maybe put some pressure here. Potentially not really bowing away from competition, just wants to stay on. Maybe get a Wratha there. Just to get a couple wraths here and there. But he's gonna reposition to the other side of the pillar. 8 minutes into this duel, dude. And we've been watching a raptor chasing a boomkin / bear / cat for a while, huh? Man, this is a really bad matchup for, or maybe just a bad map for Chicago, because he needs that sustained pressure. He needs to sit on top of Ori until the stars align. And for Ori, he also needs the star line being a boomy, but he also just needs that cooldowns to get put together. Does have CA, maybe a silence together for Chicago. Maybe he has the big go here. Chicago trying to go for a big burst. Root for Ori. If only Ori had a bash or something. Try to see if he can just one-shot Chicago here with a big Kyrian burst. Chicago does go for a massive heal. No wall available. Massive star surge to Chicago. Does have a fear from Many blocking, but Ori was nowhere near it. Chicago try to see if he can survive this. Needs Maelstrom. He's going to get the ghost swoops in there. Definitely going to supply all that Maelstrom he needs. And Ori tried to catch up to Chicago. Can he do it? Chicago just trying to avoid this damage as best as he can. CA is still up. Does he have the star surge as big as that? Is trying to see if he can turn around the pressure back to Ori. That's going to be a knockback by the Boomkin as he's catching up with a couple of regos in the back. Chicago might just be able to do something here. Ori with massive frenzy region, 27% dampening. That is going to stop a little bit of that healing. If only Chicago can get Ori low enough and go for that another Shackle game, he'll be in a great spot. Roar real quickly. That's going to be Sunder to disrupt. That's actually going to be a trinket out of that Roar. I was thinking no trinket for a second, but it was a trinket. And a Sunder to disrupt the Cyclone. No interrupt for the second clone, and Ori should be able to get himself quite a bit of a distance here. 9 minutes into this duel. Damn, this duel is going for a long while, huh? This duel's been going for a while. Some of these duels, boys, they do have to take a while. Some of these boys do go for a while because these boys do not want to give the other person opportunity to win. They do want to play it for keeps. But this matchup is probably like, I wouldn't even say this is like the bad matchup for both of them, really, right? Ori has to play super carefully, but for Chicago, he literally can't touch him ever. Ori trying to make some damage happen, but quickly goes behind the pillar with a Roar. Just trying to avoid any pressure Chicago does. Very much hit and run. Hit, but very importantly, run. Get out. As soon as you got a bit of damage, that's it. You're out, scheme. And Chicago just needs to stay on top of Ori for like a good, not even like 5 seconds, like 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds to really get the damage rampy. Just like the most rampy playstyle versus the most hit, but very much a run playstyle. Big bloodlust available for Chicago, trying to see if he can make it happen, or rather heroism. But the knockback slowing down that movement speed that Chicago has, even a Ghost who just cannot catch up to Ori. Man, these line of sights are just not doing him justice at all. And Ori just playing out to the line of sight just as best as he can. Chicago trying to drop down the Earthbind Totem just to slow down Ori just a bit. And Ori with that Roar and the Cyclone and just goes to the other side of the pillar. He's playing out to the best that he can as a Boomy, man. Oh my god. Flashcraft out for Chicago. As he's trying to get himself a bit of a defense rolling. 10 minutes, dude. Is this going to be the 40 dampener duel? Jeez. These guys have been going at it for a while. Like, Ori just didn't want to give him a chance. It's going to be a Root and a Silence onto Chicago, landing a Sundering onto Ori. Ori with a Roar does not go for a Cyclone, just knocking Chicago back. This is Chicago needs to reconnect with Ori immediately. Earth Elemental is up. Ori, I think, tried to almost re-stealth it, but not going to be able to. Chicago is going to have himself a little bit extra healing. Trinkets out, interrupt to Ori. If only Chicago can get Ori's health low enough, and then go for a big Shackle play, it'll be in a fantastic spot. Needs to Shackle Ori and line beside him. Going to be that Bloodlust rolling for Chicago. Got himself plenty of procs rolling. Going to be a Root for Ori. If only Ori had a Bash, I think he would have had an easier time with this duel. But I think Ori decided to go for a Root, maybe because he looked at the Team Seavark, Team Hellrock, Team Valorant. He was like, you know what? A Silence with a Root might be a little bit better for me here. Just that'll be the best matchup. But against Chicago, right? He pressures him, he Root silences him, breaks up Root immediately. Chicago walks out of the Silence, and it's like real hard to really lock Chicago down because of it. Or in fact, Chicago, I think, could just use Spirit Walker or the Enhanced with Shaman Sprint, basically. I forget what's it called. Just to break the Root. Which I think you can do while you're not silenced. I could be wrong on that one. Could still count as a spell, technically. Like a nature spell, but I could be wrong on that one. Ori with a Cyclone. Chicago with no answers. But just having to sit in there, dude. 46% dampener. This is just the longest duel I've seen tonight. Longest duel ever. Big Convoke. Oh, big Convoke. Big Kyrian Burst coming down for Ori. Trying to see if he can blast through Chicago. Big Star Surges. Does he get him here? Chicago trying to get him some heals. Star Surges back to back. Does he have the resources to follow? Knockback at Chicago to stop the heal. Just trying to Raz. Get interrupted on Raz. Starfire instead. And does take down Chicago. Finally. That was a long one. That's going to be Seavark next versus Ori. Let's see if Ori a chance. I don't think I don't think he's gonna. Is letting Ori catch up on regrowths at 50% dampening. You ain't getting much healing. Ori does go into cat form, is gonna get hit with an arcane orb. Still gonna go behind the pillar, getting some dots on the Seabark. Man, that is rough, dude. You guys crewmate Chicago? Oh no. Gonna be in disorient onto Ori with that Ventia port as Seabark goes in for the big Arcana Sphere. Touch on the magic onto Ori, trying to make some damage happen, but that root does keep him at bay. And Ori trying to see if he can power shift around. Gonna be Arcana Sphere, Arcane Orb almost landing on Ori. And looks like the Druid was able to live a lot of that potential burst out of Seabark. But Seabark ended up not really able to get too much burst into Ori either though, which is super unfortunate. The mirrors, I don't think even really got to do that much proccing for Ori. I think this thing used to proc whenever a Druid would power shift, right? It would shift from form. But I don't know if they do anymore. That's something I need to check out as a Ventia port. Because I think they did. I think they used to. Maybe the Blizzard changed it. But yeah, we're waiting on them. Seabark does have eye by the looks of it. Or maybe he's just accidentally guessing where Ori is. Is going to come out of stealth for a second. Silence of the Seabark. Potentially Ori could go for the big go. And Seabark doesn't sit those roots long. Actually trinket out of those roots just to make sure he's mobile. Try to see if he can door shadows around the Ori. Maybe hit him with a destroying effect. Looks like he's going to try to see if he can do it, but Ori is going to walk after him. Arcana Sphere is set up. Ori can't really go anywhere, but unless he goes for the big juke with the flap. And Seabark does miss out a little bit of damage there. Ori getting hit with a touch of the Magi. Missiles flying Seabark. Could be potentially big damage. Barrage to follow. Ori's going to get hit by the touch of the Magi, but I think he's going to be okay. Yeah, it looked like with the touch of Magi, his health almost didn't remove. But I think he had a heal ready for that one. Like as soon as it happened. 60% dampener, boys. 15-minute game. And Ori is still in there, dude, after committing a lot of cooldowns after a long while versus Chicago, finally blasting it all out. Now he's the worst Seabark. Big stomp on by Ori, big Kyrian burst. Seabark could steal it if he wants to try to see if he can yoink the burst, but looks like Ori got a lot of pressure. Seabark does go for triple shield Lego, and that's going to be images finally onto Ori. Finally landing these with an Arcana Sphere, get it set up. Ori's going to take a bit of damage just to go for a big port. Actually going to hit bite, and Arcane missiles actually hit him through just like a pixel of space. Ori getting blasted. It looks like Seabark does take him out with big missiles, which I'm pretty sure Ori kind of procced a lot of those missile procs for Seabark anyway. And that's going to be a myth. Up next is third on team 2. It was second? Wait, second. Actually, it was just Ori that got played this whole time. Seabark is able to get himself a little bit of food. Flash cut off for myth at 66% dampen. You guys are not getting any healing at this point. Or barely any. It's gonna be pretty rough. Raul, I get you in, my guy. I get you in. We got some new groups in there. We'll get you guys in ASAP. Is he actually gonna let Seabark heal full? Oh, that honor duel, man. That honor duel. Wait, did you just get like a... Did you just get like a soul from Seabark just now? Did Seabark just ate like a crawl? He just collected a soul from Chicago. I swear he collected a soul from Seabark just now. Gonna be knocked back at the Myth. Big missiles rolling. Myth taking lots of damage in the opener. And Seabark just gonna sit that stun while Myth having to go and pump up all his pets. All the time is up for Seabark. Should be A-okay. Just chilling. And that's gonna be Jace with a legendary membership, my man. Thank you so much. Big damage on the Myth. IBF as well as Death Pact is up. Just look like he has a lot of health. One barrage could be the end of it all. Does get himself a spell warden to get himself a little bit of a heal. Big time, dude. Him has like Jace, boys. Hashtag Jace in the chat showing appreciation for becoming a member for 5 months in a row, my man. Crazy, dude. Door Shadows, the Myth has no health as Seabark closes the gap. It looks like it's going to be Blink around the corner of the missiles and Seabark taking them out. We got ourselves skills, we got ourselves TM, we got ourselves... Actually, that's it, TM and skills. And TM assassin is going to be next. Seabark trying to go for a bit of food. Is he going to give him food too? Or is he just going to go in there? It looks like he is going to let him get food. Potentially. Well, again, for flesh cap. I guess might as well, right? I guess Seabark didn't have the smallest amount of health there anyway. 76% dampening, though no healing. This is really going to come down to Seabark using these immunities. As well as Invis. And TM using Cloak of Shadows. As well as he can. Just throwing out spikes and Seabark. Going to be Mirror's Torment touching the magic. Seabark trying to go for some damage. He's going to blink away from TM. Trying to go for a big Arcana Sphere. Is going to knock the rogue back with missiles to follow. Getting shot onto Seabark while Seabark got lots of damage rolling with Arcane Power. Cloak of Shadows is up for the rogue Seabark with a mass Invis as well as a normal Invis. 60% damage reduction. He's going to pick up the ITM with the shortest cheap shot in the world. As it is DR from that kidney shot earlier. And Seabark got himself all the time. Look at AOK. TM getting blasted by Palm. Arcane blasted skills. I think he's just going to go in, dude. He's not gonna give Seawork opportunity. Oh, looks like he's gonna give Seawork opportunity to do a little bit of an honor duel. I think he wanted to originally give him an honor duel, but I think he didn't want to give him an honor duel, but he came in stealth, dude. Seawork probably thought, oh, this guy's going in, dude. I'm done. I'm dead. Oh no. And skills is gonna get himself a reset. Dude, this is the longest duel in a long while, dude. 19 minutes, 83% dampening. If I do post this one on YouTube, that's gonna need a lot of cuts. Oh my god. That big duel with Ori and Chicago in particular. That was a long one, man. That was just a bad matchup for the both of them, I feel like. It's just the most unlucky matchup, right? Chicago needs quite a good sustained damage onto Ori, to get the damage rolling, but he's just bailing out. Gonna be immediate convoke out of skills, and immediately ice block for Seawork is gonna get Moonfire and a couple team 1 boys. As part of convoke, you just randomly select people, will target him. Mirrors the Torment gets out, but Seawork is making sure to blink towards skills just to make sure he has that mirrors. With the attention matchup right after, skills better have some kind of defense already. Missiles flying out, better do something about it. Could be lots of damage on the skills. Does he go down? Wall trying to regrow through this. This is going to be a bigger transfer. Does juke it. Regrowth is still coming out. Invis by Seawork is going to interrupt it with missiles to follow with those missiles into the seed. Not much you can really do in that situation. At this high dampening, you actually are not recovering. That is tough. Is the best Joeful? Yo, let's get Joe in here, dude. Let's get Joe in there, dude. I'm down. Get him in here, dude. Boom. Hate to be this person, I'm pretty sure I saw Valorant heal Seawork flashlight. Did he really? Wait, chat. Did Valorant heal Seawork with flashlight at some point? Did he heal him while Seawork was while he was eating? Or did he heal him while he was dueling? Chat, can you confirm or deny? Alex on? Okay, I can get you in. You heal me in the honor duel. Okay, yeah. Like if let's say you're like, hey, Seawork, bow, hey, I want you to heal so we can have an honor duel, then I'm fine with that team. Like if they have a healer, like help speed along, because it's like we're so high dampening. Seawork is eating all this mana cakes, dude, just chowing down on him, right? Just can't get enough of him, and he's taking forever because of dampening. I'm perfectly fine with somebody like healing when you're like, hey, I want you to get a full reset, right? I want you to get a full reset. And Seawork is eating, they're trying to get the duel running. Yeah, if it's while eating, I'm perfectly fine like that. Yeah, he heals here for 500. Yeah, like it's fine. Yeah, I look close enough, see the light, he healed while eating. Yeah, that's fine. If the other person is giving him the honor duel and Valor goes to heal him to speed the the food along, the recovery along, I'm okay with that. Yeah, I think there's nothing wrong with it. Unless you guys really have a problem with it, then it can be perfectly okay. Like if you just want Seawork just to be by himself, just eating food, I'm perfectly alright with it. But yeah, some dudes like they're like, okay, I want you to heal, but like let's hurry this up. Sometimes they'll be like, hey, I want you to honor duel you. They'll point at like a monk, they'll point at like a warrior that has no healing, and they'll keep pointing at them both, be like in hopes that they understand, like if they're the factor, like heal this guy so I can duel him in an honor duel. Yeah, sometimes some dudes are alright with it. Yeah, I'm perfectly okay with it. Yo, okay, so I gotta add Alex. Alex, did you add me though? Did Alex add me? Alex Hun. Gotcha. You got a group, you got a 5-man, because we can get you versus Seawork or Chicago if they're ready, or Bald if they're ready. We can get you boys in here. It would make them go up an extra percent, doesn't change anything, but saves time. Yeah, it's true, it saves time. It does save time. For some of these guys, it's really hard. Alex, let's go, dude. Chicago, Bald, whichever one is ready. Let's get you up and running. We got a new lead. We'll get him in there, man. We'll get him in there, boys. We'll get them all in there for the duel. 5, yo, Chicago. Let's get him in there, dude. It's gonna be Chicago and Alex on 15. It's supposed to be Alex Hunt, like Mike Hunt, Michael Hunter. Toveron, big ass arena here, massive arena. Try to make a video short, only 20 minutes to watch. True. Well, I mean, I have cuts, right? YouTube magic, you can just cut it down. But yeah, if you try to like speed up the duel, perfectly fine. Perfectly fine with me, boys. Perfectly fine. Great commentary, everybody. Thank you so much, Brandon. Appreciate you so much for being here, my guy. Hope you enjoyed. Yeah, damp was a little high, but sometimes the duels go like this. We just roll with it. You know what I mean? How do you feel about Warcraft? I think I already said what needed to be said. You know what I mean? I already commented about it. Double eating, yeah, it's perfectly fine, honestly. It is perfectly fine. Good job, Carter. It is awesome, yo. H-Pill, thanks so much for joining, my guy. Just maybe want to hit circuit, click myself to death in battlegrounds again. Let's go, dude. Yeah, if you want to pop in, dude, BGs are pretty fun. They're quick, they're very bursty, but maybe that's up your alley. And gearing in PvP is a little different. But you don't need to necessarily gear for PvP. You can gear in PvE as well. But yeah, let me get this duel up and running, boys. Twitch. We got ourselves Team 1 together with Seavart playing out the Frost Mage this time with Faded as more of a sub-rogue, Hellrock charging in as a marksman. We got ourselves Varlip, call him Valrip, and Chicago. Looks like Hellrock is going up versus Peachy first though. Peachy, my man! But Peachy's a Necrolord. But Peachy's been Necrolord for months though. Trying to go for Fleshcraft is going to be an interrupt by Hellrock. Peachy having to come out of his den of hibernation and try to approach Hellrock, try to get himself a bit of damage. Silence on Peachy. He's got himself incarnation, trying to make the most damage happen. Got some dots on Hellrock. He's going to be regrowthing. Hellrock needs to get himself an interrupt. Peachy could power shift out of this route. Looks like he's actually going to focus on the pet instead. And Hellrock willing the pet back just to give it a bit of healing. There goes Peachy with the swarm on to Hellrock. Should be quite a bit of damage too. Aim shots coming out. Peachy trying to go for the bash. Trinket available for Hellrock. He's going to trick freeze and trap on the Peachy. Trinket's out of him though. Could be a turtle shot on Hellrock. Scatter shot on the Peachy. Peachy get himself a healing swarm back. And Hellrock with a rapid fire just trying to maintain the damage. Peachy though recovering quite a substantial amount of healing. I think he's in Guardian Infinity. But he's getting himself lots of healing, dude. Miss you, buddy. Miss you, guy. Hellrock waiting out on the other side of the pillar as Peachy looking to charge at him. Traps are going to be meeting him along the way. Freezing trap, he goes the long way around that one. And Hellrock getting kind of caught up behind the pillar. And I think Peachy is just going to have himself a perfect go. Kyrian set up by Hellrock. Trying to run Peachy into a freezing trap. Aim shot ready. Peachy, does he have anything for it? Does he have a badge? Just trying to bear it through. And that's going to go Malediction cancel. Malediction Trinket. Has himself Bardic. Does Hellrock have anything for him? And that's going to be a swarm on Hellrock. Wait, the dots in the swarm could take him out. Feign death to remove it all. And Hellrock got himself a camo. Peachy needs to find him immediately. Needs to find him right now. Going to be a flare down where Peachy's at. Going to pick up the eye. And Hellrock most likely already has a hunter's mark on Peachy. There it is, dude. He knows where he's at. Peachy needs to catch up. Is good, I think, hit the pet. I think he dotted the pet, but the Sunfire. Actually, hitting the pet in camo. He has a hunter out of camo too, but the Sunfire also just spreads that damage to him. And Peachy with a Starfall, isn't he? Yeah, he is. Just use a Starfall. And that's going to be, ooh, the knockup onto Hellrock. He's using bursting stars. Oh, the Starburst. I like that. He's just going to have these stars. And he got stars hovering around him. Freezing trap for Roar. If Peachy just gets a melee of Hellrock, it's going to knock him up in the air. And actually do significant damage too. Kyrian set up for Hellrock. Peachy better have an answer for it. No longer has a Starburst. It's going to be embarrassed from with Thorns. Looks like those got purged off immediately. And Peachy looks like he's going to back up for a bit. He's going to get resources from the pet. Aim shot still flying through. Peachy needs a bit of healing. He's going to go into Fleshcraft, get interrupted on it. Bash on the Hellrock. Does Peachy have a go here? It looks like he's trying to get himself a regrow. This gets hit with a scatter shot. Aim shot by Hellrock. Looking to end Peachy right now. Into freezing trap off that. Into another aim shot. Just using traps and CC to disrupt Peachy's heals. Into a roar and a cyclone by Peachy. As he got himself some regrowths rolling into Integral Roots on the pet. And Peachy just sitting on top of Hellrock, got himself the swarm up and running, trying to get whatever instance he has got. But when he's playing Warrior Balloon, gonna be the pet dotted up though. Wait, was the pet not dotted? Was the pet not dotted? Oh no! Peachy picking up the eyes, the Starburst on the other side of the pillar is gonna get Moonfire and Sunfire onto Hellrock. Aim shots flying, got himself the big procs. Peachy just continuing to charge at the damage, dude. His fur wrangled up with thorns, or twisting his fur, thorns into his fur. The pet is going to take a little bit of damage. Hellrock not really big. Kyrian setup. Peachy can just power shift out of this though. But that's still going to be aim shots falling through. Massive damage on the Peachy. Big execute. No, Peachy. Man, it started being a boomy against the Marksman Hunter. Not going to lie. Not going to lie, dude. Crazy. The G-Pipe play, basically, Leored is going to be up next. Night Elf Shadow Priest. Interesting look. Taking lots of damage here in the opener. The Shadow Melding, that's going to be a flare down. Stun onto Hellrock, chickens out immediately. Leorid just trying to get himself some damage. Might just have to focus it up on the pet. Try to go for a bit of a Dora Shadows around the corner. Maybe Shadow Ment. Does Hellrock have anything for it? If Hellrock has a Chimeric shot, just to maybe slow down the Leorid, maybe give him a silence, that could be really bad for him. Is he trying to get some VTs in there? Leorid might just have to go for a Disperse. Potentially. Silence on the Hellrock. Aim shot. Silence! Wait, still gets a Disperse even through silence. Interesting. And he's seeing if he can charge it. Hellrock going to be a freezing trap waiting for him. trinket available. Held Rock watching the Shadow Priest go for the Void Volley. Is going to get CCO to Held Rock. Doesn't sit it long. Feign death real quickly, and it's going to get himself a reset. Leorid going to take that big Kyrian blaster, massive damage in there. Massive rapid fire to follow. Intro and interrupt. Aim shot, kill shot. Oh my god, Held Rock. My guy. Yeah, we'll do more after this. Yeah, we're going to do more duels after this. I'm down for at least one more, boys. The Bulk. This glorious, glorious monster of a man. The bulky boy. Necrolord, dude. Big Dammy. On Crush Ridge, dude. I feel like the Bulk crushes, and I feel like maybe it's on purpose that he's on a server called Crush Ridge, but it's just perfect, dude. Spinning crane kick. I'm just trying to get next to Held Rock. And that's going to be the binding shot. Does have a target loss for it. Held Rock just trying to find to see. You can't shake the Bulk off, dude. You can't remove the Bulk. You can't deal with the Bulk. This is going to be a touch of death as the Bulk taking him out. What a glorious bug, dude. Absolutely a beast. Going to be Chicago next. As an enhancement shaman, finally going to be able to have somebody who's going to stay in melee to let himself take a bit of damage. Bone does brew out for the Bulk as he has a Fool's the Wind go and everything. And Chicago to try to see if he can deal with it. Going to be plenty of mobs for Bulk actually to tag. He has all these wolves. He has the Earth Elemental, so every time he gets a proc for spinning crane kick, it's going to be insane damage. It actually adds up like 15% more damage per up until a certain cap of however many targets. Going to be Chicago just trying to see if he can deal with this. Running low on mana. Not completely out of mana, but is running low. Big interrupt by the Bulk. Actually had to cancel his own Fist of Fury just to get that interrupt on Chicago, which is super unfortunate. That is going to be a flash cut up for Chicago. Give himself a little bit extra shielding to work with. Allow himself to regen a bit of mana and going for a little bit of self heals. Wolves are back up and running, and the Bulk just continuing to pummel at Chicago. Not going for resets. You're just continuing to go for continuous play. He is playing the Ring of... Does he play Ring of Peace? Wait, does he play Ring of... He does play Ring of Peace. Because that's what he did to Held Rock. Chicago at super low health does get a fear onto the Bulk, who's going to break out of it. Interrupt to Chicago. Nature could be really bad. I think it's over. And the Bulk takes it out. Oh, what is that? Flag of ownership. That sometimes can be BM. Unfortunate. Maybe it's like a... Actually, you know what? Sometimes dudes don't even mean to do that. They just have it in the macro of flag of ownership as part of like their basic ability. So it like automatically applies it. But no way to win the competition than... demoralizing the enemy. That's gonna be a Bulk. Sees that big hammer, the big nuke on a stick. For Valor with the Shield of Vengeance, he knows he doesn't want to deal with it. Valor though, trying to see if he can line up a big go onto the Bulk. Bigger. Oh, dropping him down. What was that? Did he get like a big otter in there? What was that? Oh my goodness. iFox is gonna be up next as a Survival Hunter versus Varlip. I'm gonna get your name right, Varlip. I'm gonna get your name right, Var. I'm just gonna call you Var. Var. It's a macro, comes from Todd. Yeah. That's how it is for a lot of people, because I've seen some people like drop down a flag, and I was like, hey, what the hell? I was like, I didn't mean to. Might be. I had some people be like, yo, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to flag you. I just a macro. You know what I mean? They're going to be Bob for Valor. No bubble. I think could be in a bad spot versus iFox. He's playing that Ventier survival, and I think it's going to be over. Yeah, that Blessed Protection was maybe a little bit of a misplay, but you probably thought, you know what, I could probably hold on. I could probably last. Dampening is at 19, but iFox came in with full burst, dude. He didn't really care. He just came in with full damage. Seavar picking up, or not going, look, hanging up by the eye. I thought he was going to pick it up. Throwing down Blizzard for iFox on one side of the arena. Is iFox sitting in Blizzards? No, he isn't. His pet is, though. His pet is for sure. He's going to need to slow down iFox and go for like a big Frost Mage go with massive shatters. Try to see if he can poly iFox. I think it was either Feign Death or shot him out. Definitely shot him out there. Try to see if he can polymorph him, but not going to happen. Is going to swap to the pet and try to see if he can get some resources. Maybe even take down the pet. Try to see if he can get iFox to come out. Going to be kill shot procs for iFox, lobbing them nades. And Seavark is definitely going to have to be watching out for him. Looks like iFox pet is dead. No, he's not. But now it is. So he's definitely going to have to get himself a new one. Let's Seavark try to see if we can find him. iFox juke left when Seavark went right. So iFox ended up getting out of the scot-free, and looks like he's going to give himself a revive pet. Could have been really bad for Seavark, and now Seavark should be able to see the pet. So now he knows more or less where iFox is. He knows he's right next to him. He was hoping for spinning Icelands to hit iFox as well. But not apparently. Gonna see Seavark getting hit with a flate shot. iFox just setting himself up big range burst, is going to go for that flanking strike to catch up to Seaverk, a short charge with the Eagle. But no cooldowns this time. Finally, Seaverk will be able to get himself some damage. Going to be a trinket for iFox out of the poly at the last second to continue doing damage. I don't think he ended up fainting or doing anything about the CC of Seaverk. Dropping out Frozen Orb. Seaverk is definitely going to be able to do himself all the time. And that's going to be iFox taking a bit of hits. Frostbolt around the corner. The Frostbolts really do stack up. It's hard to really like nail down those Frostbolts on the enemy when, like, you know, it's really just hard just to get Frostbolts back to back because most people are just going to interrupt you. But if you can, they do quite a bit of damage. Gonna be that muzzle on the Frost. Gonna be the lances with Ray of Frost. And iFox trying to go for a bit of that pour for the Venthyr. With the destroying effect of the Seaverk. Not gonna be able to. He's gonna have to go for Turtle. That was also a nice flurry into a Ray for Seaverk. Getting those procs of Flurry. This Flurry will treat the enemy for the next 2 spells. I think it's like technically 5 spells, but it leaves 2 charges. Treat him as if it's frozen. That's going to be iFox with a reset. Seaverk is going to hit him with Invis. Oh, hit him with a root out of the Invis. Is going to get the shatters into Ice Nova. Taking him out. Well done, dude. And that's going to be sped. Or is it speed? What sound does the double dot above letters make? Would it be speed? Or is it like sped? Because I really don't know. In Russia, actually... In Russia, if that letter E was like flipped vertically or horizontally, no, vertically, then actually there's a letter in Russian called yo. Kind of like how somebody does greet each other, yo, what's up? It's just a letter in Russian, yo. But Sped chilling out. Is going to get a sap, but the Seaverk as he almost got the Nova. Does catch the Rogue. Marfredeth is ready for him. Is he going to be able to connect, though? That pet. Turn to attack speed. Sped. Big opener by Sped, but all the time is up for Seaverk as Sped is getting those mirror images, the mirrors for the Venthyr. Procking on him. Is he getting autos? Is he getting abilities in? Going to be a good proc for damage for Seaverk. Sped getting himself rooted. Is going to cloak the shadows as he's standing inside of the Frozen Orb. And Seaverk does have quite a bit of damage ready with the Ice form, which should make his Frostbolts do quite a bit. For Blizzard on one side, try to see if he can door shadows on the other. Does find the Rogue with him. No, oh, that Cone of Cold into a ring or to Ray of Frost. Trinkets out of the blind into another root onto the Rogue. Try to see if he can take it down with just lances at this point. Does he have it? I think he should be able to. Sped goes for advantage into a Shadow Strike. It shackles the Malediction onto Seaverk. Is he just trying to see if he can shackle him? Is he going to go for a Sippy Cup in between? Big Kyrian burst. He's playing that Kyrian. Ooh, but does get taken down. Seaverk with a Frost, dude. Holding on to big damage by Hellrock, but Seaverk finished it off pretty well. Let's go again, boys. If everybody's ready, we'll go one more. I just step in to show the path I learned from Atha. Yeah, dude. No expects red damage. True. No one expects that red damage. That is fair point. All right, let's get another one going, boys. Yo, Alex, if you want to play again, maybe we could story versus Bald, or maybe against Seaverk again. Unless Bald doesn't have a group. Or if Bald has a group, we could probably throw versus Bald. Give Alex another chance to play, yeah? And Pishi and the boys. Or if somebody else has a group, we could throw you as well versus them. Let me know, boys. Let me know. Sinja, what's up, man? 5-5 ready to go? Yo, Sinja? Okay, we can do that. We can do that. You lead? Hold on. Let me see if he's lead. If he's lead, we'll throw Alex versus him. Hey, Dal, why am I asking about his bop against spells? Is because of Ekin and Blast Conduit. 12% damage reduction. Oh, wait. Echo Blast Conduit 12% damage reduction. Oh, really? Huh. I didn't know it was a thing. Interesting. Okay, we'll get Sin. We'll get Sin in here. Sin Yai and Alex Hun 15. Let's get your boys in here. We got Sin, we got Alex. Let's get your boys rolling. Echo and Blessings. Blessing of Freedom increases your target's movement speed by 50%. Blessing of Protection and Blessing of Sacrifice reduces the target's damage taken by 50%. These effects linger for 8 seconds after Blessing ends. Oh, okay. So while you have the bop, you take less damage. That's pretty cool. But I guess against a hunter, like... I guess against a hunter, it's like, maybe I'll say Bubble, I just bop right now. He's gonna dispel it, but at least I have a DR. Maybe that's what he was thinking. Maybe that's what he's thinking. That's cool, though. while and after. That's pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool. Dalaran, how you, man? What's up, Vladimir? I do my good. I hope you're having a good one. EU status kick W. Oh no, it's okay, dude. We got EU Duels Friday, boys. Don't worry. Next week, Friday, EU Duels. Bring your boys in. Bring the boys in. Bring the best gear you got, boys. My ass hurts. Chicago. Chicago. Whoops, broke chat. Yeah, it's the right chat, Chicago. What do you mean? This is the right chat, dude. All right, do we need to requeue? Might need to requeue again. I actually forgot the Hunter had to dispel CAC. Oh, okay. Yeah, they have a tank shot, but maybe it was like, well, I'll just bop right now and I'll say bubble later, and it was like, wait, dispel? I forgot. Maybe that might have just been like that, like an innocent mistake, I guess, or an innocent misplay. Did we queue? Did we requeue? Sinya and Alex? I think we got to requeue. Okay, Sinya, Alex, make sure you guys don't have LFG on. We got to requeue. We go again. We go again. Might you keep spamming Q until it works, because it might be bugged. It might be bugged. Okay, it should take you guys out of the queue. We give it seconds. 3, 2, 1. Get you guys back in there. GG's, yo, Seavar, GG's, my dude. You blasted on that arcane, dude. It's a blaster. Yo, it's nuts. I gotta do that on my mage. I mean, Kyrian is what I've been playing, so I think Barrage Burst is what I've been really enjoying. But I want to try your build too. Like, I think as Kyrian still could be pretty decent, right? Just like we kind of use the Kyrian as a throwaway ability just in between of stuff. Or maybe I should play it to the strengths of Kyrian, actually. I feel like I just want to try Arcana Sphere. Venter's really nice. Yeah, dude. I always found the Venter Mage ability in general is weird, right? Because as the mirrors themselves, you put them on the enemy, and they don't really do much damage compared to the other Covenant abilities. But it's like what makes it good are the procs, and like how you use the procs is where the big brain plays come from. Which to me is like, just trying to understand the Venter ability, it's like there's layers to it, right? The ability itself, it is okay damage. The silence and the root is kind of nice. But where it really gets good, actually, Sinya and Alex, are you guys same team? I don't think they are, but maybe wrong on that one. Or is a Ventia, but it used to be a main test Covenant, so I'm just sticking with Ventia on both. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. It didn't work? Okay, we can try again. We can try again. Make sure you guys leave LFG queues so we can get into this queue, yeah? I'm gonna queue again. It bugs out sometimes, but it'll be fine. But yeah, it's just the Ventia ability, like the procs and how you use those procs. It's like the multi-layer of like the Covenant ability is what I have a hard time wrapping my head around. Like, playing it, it doesn't really feel like let's say PvE Frostmage with Venter is the best one, but like playing it, it just doesn't feel that different. But the damage numbers are there. To me, it just doesn't feel different. But like understanding how you put the mirror gets proc, it gives you the proc, how you use the procs, and what it relies off of, all that stuff works. You know what I mean? It's kind of rough, just for me, hard to figure it out. The mirrors are just insane in Duels. Don't even think about it. Then I didn't even think about it. Yeah, they are really good. Like the procs you get are crazy. The pressure puts the name is nuts, and the silence, really, if you can like play around it as well, it's pretty great too. But yeah, for Duels, like you just, it's a shadow, right? So you get Interrupt on Arcane, you get the shadow spell, or you can try to force kicks out of the shadow, and still you got Arcane abilities. So like you never really shut down, right? Mirrors let you work for damage. Mirrors also Ventier lets you pour it out of the way. You can do this orient. Plus with Naja, yeah, as you said, 20. Dude, they're not gonna let that be a 20% Versa buff. There's no way Blizzard's gonna let that happen. 20% more damage in PvP. That's insane. I don't think they're gonna let it stand, dude. They get a spell in Duels that makes them slower cast speed. And makes them have. Wait, so they can't dispel it in Duels, and it makes them. Yeah, in Duels, yeah, there's no way to stop it, and it does slow down. Yeah, you're right. So like against casters, it can be pretty good. Melee as well, pretty good. Alex, Sin, we're gonna try keep spamming queuing you guys until it works. Something's bugged, but we'll keep queuing. Hold on. And queue again. And hopefully it works. Unless somebody's declining in groups, or maybe they're just AFK. Good to get a PC and join Shadowlands. Let's go, Vlad. How you doing, my man? Hope you have a good one. Hope you're doing good, my guy. I'm off to push keys to 16. Let's go, my guy. Yo, have a good time pushing keys, man. Good time pushing keys. I'm getting a queue. Okay, we got the queue, right? Did it not work? Tell everyone to leave queue, then redo it. Okay, Alex, have team leave all queues. We will redo. And we're gonna do this too. Yeah. We gotta have them both with queues, so we'll try it after that. Hell Rock, hope you're having a good one, my man. Thanks for coming to the duels. Hope you enjoy yourselves. Or next one to play, I play PvP and Wrath of Lich King. Somebody in chat might have played Wrath of Lich King because I did not. I started like mid Kata, close to late Kata. So I wouldn't know what Rogue was like in Wrath. But if somebody played Rogue and Wrath, how are they fair in comparison to Shadowlands? But in terms of like Shadowlands, just by itself, Rogues, they're a really good spot. In PvP, Assassination is a monster, really good at focusing down healers. Subtlety got incredibly good CC, good damage on top of it. An Outlaw, as much of a meme as that spec is actually getting quite a bit of play. So like you actually have viable builds. You actually have viable play styles. Like 3 good play styles, or pretty decent play styles if anything, right? Sub and Assassin will probably be your easier specs to get into PvP. But if like for some reason you just love Outlaw playstyle, it can work. I think it could work. At least to... Did we just get a healer? Wait. I think we requeue that, right? My main healing? Wait. Just leave? Okay. Yeah. Oh no. Unless this guy's like, trust me, I'm not gonna heal myself. I'm literally just gonna burst people with holy DPS. If for some reason some cheesy holy DPS. Heal Pog. No, dude. Not main, lol. Oh no. Okay, I guess we leave. I guess we leave, we redo. We leave and we redo. We leave and we redo. That is weird. Yeah, we're gonna redo that. We're gonna redo that. As bad as my younger brother. What's up, Dorina? Let's redo. We'll redo that. Yo, Alex as well as Sin, let me know. We'll redo. I don't know if that guy accidentally queued as a healer or if he meant to queue as a healer. Maybe he meant to queue as a Shadow Priest. Just let's redo. Let the healer stay. For duels? Dude, healer in the duels, they're never gonna die. It's just healer and duels are like tanking duels. They just don't die, or they take forever to die, or they'll just end up is it from voice sped? Yo. Or do we just like did he mean to accuse a healer? Like does he have like some kind of crazy one-shot holy priest build or something that he just wants to show off in duels? I mean, if he has like some crazy one-shot build that he can guarantee he'll global people and you just want to just do it for fun on stream, I can maybe we can maybe try it, right? Maybe if that's like what he's going for. But if you're meant to kill Shadow, dude. Yeah, tanks and heals. Because we tried tanks and heals in duels, boys. We tried it. And it just ends up being like, they're just take forever to die. It's a battle of attrition. Or they say, oh, trust me, I have damn. Like some of them have been like, yo, trust me, I have this big dam. We go in, big dam. And they're like, surprise everybody. Like we had a prop alley back in like, BFA actually come in. And he actually had big dam. Like when he's cooldown slowed up, he's big damage. But yeah, he's like really, really tanky. So we're like, okay, we'll do it this time. Because he had a full Santa outfit, but then we're like, all right. You know what I mean? There goes accent. You're good. You're good. Yeah, Vampire. Vampire. How you doing, man? You okay? We got hashtag Vamp in chat, boys. Hashtag Vamp in chat, boys, for that beautiful donut of 2 bones, my man. Thanks so much, my dude. Thanks so much, my guy. All right, let's queue again. Let's queue again. Calyx and Sin. We'll get back in there. Thanks so much, my dude. Hashtag Vamp, boys. Hashtag Vamp. Yo, Horde, boy. I feel like everybody I know is Horde right now. Of course, there's friends that are playing Alliance, like PvP friends. A lot of them play Alley, but there's quite a lot of dudes I know that play Horde, dude. Hell yeah, dude. I think you're gonna have an easier time on a Horde finding Mythic Plus queues and like some of the other things. At least it hopefully should be a lot better. Hey, down, I'm getting there with a gear to 100 ammo. Hey, man, you gotta start somewhere, TWA. Yeah, man, keep at it, dude. Keep up the grind. How about everyone who wants to be cool? Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. You do a 5v5 brawl, would be hilarious to watch. Like a 5v5 and it's just a mayhem free-for-all. I'm down. I'm not against the idea. It'd be hectic to watch, but it'd be kind of cool. Like a 5v5 arenas. That'd be cool. Except they won't have any healers, but like all DPS. It'd be a boomies, dude. 5 boomies convoking people down, honestly. That's what it would be. Yo, can we get a hashtag Derek for becoming a new member, my guy? Thank you so much, Derek. Hashtag Derek, boys. Becoming a brand new member, my man. Have fun, spam emotes in chat whenever you want to, as much as you want to. Literally no limit on that. Never a limit on that. Connect your YouTube over on Discord, and you have a special role just for you, my guy, for being a beautiful, beautiful member. You are a beauty. Mwah. Thank you so much, my guy. Appreciate you, my dude. Yo, please don't go. Please don't go. Please don't go yet. Is it dueling? Okay, they're looking for one another. I'm just saving the last game. I'm saving the last duel. I should have done that in a time we're waiting for stuff. Which? We got ourselves. Oh, Joful. Gonna be first up. Oh, iFox just snuck up behind him and just dropped the trap right there. Gonna be a trick for Joful. Cloak of Shadows just trying to see if he can sprint at iFox. Oh no. Shadow Melt? Let's see. Oh no, not Shadow Melt, but normal stealth. But a flare is gonna get him out. He's just ready to go, dude. He's shrinking it. That freezing trap just to make sure he doesn't get the opener by iFox. But the next stun could be really bad. Joful. Is he a Necrolord? I think he might. Is he Necrolord? I think he is. It looks like he has a shield, but it's not showing up. I think he might be a Necrolord. Gonna be iFox putting on the full damage burst. Gonna be a stun to Joful. Finally, the shield is getting broken. Kid shot onto iFox with a vendetta. Is gonna try to see if he can deal with it. Try to get a little bit aggressive here. Not going for defensive just yet. Joful got himself evasion rolling. That's gonna be iFox taking quite a bit of damage. Is gonna drop down a freezing trap on Joful's feet, like he did at the very start of the arena, with a manic bandages to follow. Straightening him out. Joful is gonna go for advantage. As long as he doesn't get hit in the flare, he might be okay. Flare. Flare not in the open. Is gonna open up on the pet, get some dots in there. It looks like he's gonna build some comp points to maybe land a kidney shot into iFox. I think so. Feign death for a second. Does he get to him? Freezing trap. Just to stop for a second. Joful kind of lowish on health. Could be really bad for him. Feign death for a second. Try to see if he can live it out. And he might be able to. iFox going far. Actually killing the pet. Wait, does he have any stops? Ooh. Ooh. And the flash got behind the pillar. Ooh. Oh. No. Joful's like, that's not how this was supposed to work. No. Let's see if he's like on top of him. Oh. How'd you get him out? I don't even know how you got him out. Get the shot into iFox is gonna get those spikes in there, and iFox is taking big hitters. What is that? Oh, is he a many? I think he is a many soulbind. I think he is a many final bit of soulbind, isn't he? He's just getting this radiated AoE damage. Or every time he gets damaged, I think he heals, and every time he heals, he deals damage. He just radiates it. I think after 3 times or so. Gonna be the shackle onto iFox, feign and into a stun onto iFox. I mean, onto Joful. Has a trinket if he needs to, but isn't going for it just yet. Just putting some dots on the pet. iFox cleaning himself of any of the wounds, any of the bleeds, removing the poisons. Just banding himself. Just recovering. Taking the antitoxins. First aiding. Getting a shot onto iFox. And Joful looking to maybe make a hit here. Big spike onto iFox. Continuing to spike. Feign death for iFox for a second. Does have quite a few dots. Wait, does he remove those dots with a feign death? I think he does. Oh my god. Joful, not in a good spot. Does have a pet attack, and it was iFox just beefs up the pet with a coordinated assault. That pet is doing 20% more damage. And Joful could be in a bad spot. Kill shot. Ooh, taking him out from a distance. It's a big old 40-yard range, is it? Night Pally up next. Is it looking to maybe freeze a trap? He has so many freeze traps, star traps, everything, everywhere. How did that hunter? How did he get that hunter? It was invisible. No, for real. It was stealth. It really was stealth. I have no idea actually. I actually have no idea. Hodge onto iFox. Night Pally looking to maybe make some big damage. iFox got himself a feign death with a trinket. That's going to be a final wreck. I think missing iFox by a hair. Night Pally trinket out of it. Might have to go for a bubble. Does have himself Shield of Vengeance. Hoping that the Shield of Vengeance pops up to iFox. He does drop a freezing trap on him. As Night Pally no longer has a trinket. Perfect opportunity for iFox to either go for damage. But instead he goes for mending bandages. Trying to see maybe get himself a reset. Sending the pet over at Night Pally. Hoping to maybe the pet doesn't have damage to break the shield. Looks like the Shield of Vengeance is down for the count. And iFox is backing up out of there, wanting to create the distance between him and Night Pally. Wants to make sure there's a Night Pally running in. Just get him with the Serpent Stings, get him with nades. Looks like iFox is lagging a little bit. Hopefully the lag won't really disrupt too much. Night Pally charging after him. iFox got himself plenty of range, plenty of damage. Kill shots coming through. Hard putting to Night Pally. Bubble getting forced out. iFox going for feign death. Does he turtle this? Night Pally looking to maybe get some damage in. Does not land the interrupt with the rebuke. Trying to go for a blind, blinding the pet. Nades thrown in by iFox from a mile downtown. And it looks like Night Pally is either going to have to push up for iFox and healing or just heal himself. Is the pet still around? It is. Okay, I was going to say, did it hodge the pet or did it like wake up Ash the pet? It might have either stunned the pet or wake up Ash the pet. Either way, Night Pally trying to see if he can turn the damage, turn the pressure back to iFox. Blessing protection. Does he have the interrupt for it? Does try to He tried to tank shot it, but couldn't quite do it. He can still get at least a Serpenting onto Night Pally and maybe a freezing trap. There it goes. Night Pally out of a bop, with Shield Avengers coming up very soon, with Wings also very soon. We just gotta wait out for the big burst with Wings next go. It might be an okay spot. Harpoon by iFox. Shield Avengers is up. iFox with a feign death. That Shield Avengers is gonna pop back to him unless he makes a distance. Does make a bit of distance. Night Pally trying to maintain himself in heals. iFox can't muzzle him quite yet. Needs to charge in. Muzzle, and I think it's over. Taking Night Pally out of the game. Who's up next? This is gonna be ugly bald baby. Are you feral? Use feral with incarnation. What the what? What is that? Incarnation. What incarnation is that? What the what? Man, what is going on? Are we going down? Still his streams, get the duels on. What's up, Celtic? How you doing, fam? Hope you're having a good one, fam. Go and have a good one, man. Watch an ugly bald baby play. Is this bald on an alt or something? Or is this someone else? Gonna be an opener onto iFox. He's playing that Kyrian go big. Incarnation Kyrian into a restun. Oh, big bites back to back. And bald baby just bails out for a second. Fade death did get used by iFox. Try to go for the grabby hand chain. Looks like it's gonna be freezing trap onto ugly bald babies. He's going for a bit of a reset. Kyrian, huh? iFox getting the dots flayed shot onto ugly. Trying to see if he can just walk away before this situation gets ugly. Stun onto the druid. And iFox just trying to give himself some range, trying to go for a Scarab Beast. Not gonna happen. Ugly bald baby just power shifted it, but he is taking big kill shots back to back, trying to go for as much self-healing. Swiftman is up. That's gonna be a big freezing trap up yet again. Not DR'd anymore. As iFox get himself a little bit of reheal, is gonna go for a disorient onto ugly bald baby. Which actually, wait, that's a disorient like a blind, right? It is 3 seconds. I was gonna say it felt like it was DR'd, but it is 3 seconds. It is right. Gonna be another flayed shot as iFox getting capped in a maim. Ugly could have himself a big Korean go. Wall might have to be used here. Ugly ball does go for the big wall, trying to see if he might be able to live this and do as much damage as he can to iFox. Could be, maybe big damage from iFox. He got Ugly on the run though. Many bandages to recover, and ugly ball baby going for recovery himself. As we are hitting that 7-minute mark, 14% dampening. And looks like the druid is just looking for a bit of a reset, bit of a recuperation. There is traps around that's going to keep him in combat. That's going to be the pet, meeting him on the other side of the pillar as well. And iFox needs to just find a way to catch up to him. He's going to sprint with Cheetah. No more defensive left for Ugly Ball Baby unless he got a Barkskin. Barkskin is going to use right here. Baldo going for the big bash. Does he have the big Kyrian go? Trying to make a big bite, but looks like the pet sack did come in into a trinket for Ugly Ball Baby. Does get himself massive mobility, flying away from iFox as he goes in for a little bit of a reheal. Manic bandages up for iFox as Ugly just has to recover, just building call points on the pet. Trying to use finishers into the bed, getting those regrowths, maybe a Swiftman. It's going to be kill shot from a freezing. And Bald still alive, still kicking somehow. I don't even know. Bite onto the Raptor. He's just trying to see if he can survive it. As there's no mana at all. He's actually just limited for mana. He actually can't do anything because no mana. Oh no, kill shot, and iFox taking him out. As we're getting that into the 8-minute mark, 20% dampener, boys. That's my boy, Ugly Ball Baby. Okay, easy E. Yo, man, that was a rough one for him though. Looks like episiotomy. Is that a thing? Ooh. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I learn something new every day. Epi versus iFox getting hit with a flayed shot. Dropping down a bunch of damage with a stun trinket out of Epi though. As he's going for the greater fate. Getting a stun onto iFox. I think he wants to close the gap. Get some damage actually in mind games instead. Waiting it out. VP up and iFox lagging a little bit. So he's kind of like rubber banding a bit on stream. As Epi actually got no damage. Epi kind of gave up there, I think. I'm not sure what happened. Maybe DC'd? But it looks like Ori is the last one left. I have no idea, dude. Is iFox just going to be able to go for 1v5 here? Can you beat Ori? I think Ori is the final boss. So far, Epi has had himself a decent go. But Ori is literally the final boss. Can you defeat the final boss of this raid encounter? Can you defeat the mythic boss? I will see if you can or can't. We'll see if you can do it. Big grenade getting thrown in. Ori gone through bash into silence under iFox. Trying to go for the big Kyrian burst. Feign death for Ori for a quick second with a turtle shell. Trying to see if he can bust out of there. Ori with the thorns, charging at iFox, looking to maybe disrupt Medic Bennett just to get hit with a freeze trap. He does. He's going to break out of it immediately. Starter is still available. iFox, I think, went for a Fade Death or Shadow Melt for a second. Definitely stunned into Ori. Used to wait until the freezing trap was available. And Ori charging in. He needs those dots to do a little bit of work. Playing that Kyrian, he really offsets a lot of the burst damage in the 1 minute CDs. Unlike when he was Necrolord, where he had a lot of ticking dot damage, but also ticking hot damage that worked out for him really well. With a Kyrian, it's a little bit different though. A little different. Yo, what are the chances we'll see Ori as a Ventier one day, dude? Ventier Boomy just popping off in PvP. iFox, not a lot of health left. Getting kill shot procs to Ori with the freezing trap after. Does iFox have any healing after this? He needs heals right now. He needs to feign death to remove these dots. That could be pretty deadly. Could he die to these dots? Nah, maybe not. Feign death real quick. Manic Bennett just trying to see if he can recover. Azori going in stealth. iFox with a camo. Does he? Ooh. Threw down a trap. Basically right on top of Ori, really. And Ori went for a thrash immediately. Bash to iFox. Does Ori have enough? Star Surge. And it might be over. Feign death for a second. Stun into Ori. iFox, does he have any dots? No way. Literally lived at 1 health. Wait, he literally survived at 1 health. I don't think he lives at this point. Yeah, I think with Ori with Thorns, I think it's over. I think even iFox knows it. But he does get Ori kind of low. And Percival might actually be able to play the game. Might actually be able to capitalize off this. Ori with Thorns does throw me down in the consecration. Ori knocked it back. Looking for that mobility. Percival charging in as fast as he can. Hand on freedom, ready to go. And that's going to be Ori catch another reset. This time consecration doesn't get him. Man, that's rough, man. Man, that's rough. Is it me or those two Oris? It looks like those two Oris, but when the Paladin left, it kind of just like it bugs out the UI and just gives the Paladin the name of somebody else on the team. It looks like the two Oris. But when I hit Paladin, the camera just kind of stops and freezes like this. When I go to Ori, it goes to him. When I hit the other Ori, the camera just like stops. It's like when somebody leaves the arena. It just does it. That's not really Ori. That is the Paladin. Fox the Goat. It did it pretty well, dude. 4 kills in a row. That is really well done. Except I don't really know what happened with the Shadow Priest, but Bubble coming out for Percival was a bash by Ori. Percival did go for a little bit of that chain, but decided to go with the hammer instead. Should have maybe let the chain tick out fully into Ori while he was bubbled. Roared by Ori, looking for that quick cyclone onto Percival. Did get a bubble out of the man. Can Ori come back? Can Ori return? Can Ori make a comeback for his team 1, dude? Try to blast the Percival. Shield of Vengeance is up. Does he have the Star Surges? Thorns are up. Percival taking quite a bit of damage. That Star Surge exchange with a Hodge. Who is up next? We got a Sleorid. We got ourselves Sped. Maybe Sped is next. Are they waiting for the bulk? Is the bulk ready to go? Man, look how majestic this man is, by the way. He got the cape and everything. I love it. I love it. So good. Looks like Ori versus Sped. I don't know how this is going to go versus a Rogue, but we'll see, boys. I don't know how this is going to go versus a Rogue, but we will see. Both in stealth. Other eyes up. One eye is available. The other eye also available. So you got an eye for both of them. An eye for an eye, you can say. I got Thorns and Damn plus Mortal Strike lol, can't even heal. Yeah. Wait, Mortal Strike? Does Boomy have Mortal Strike? Does Boomy have Mortal Strike effect? Actually, I'm interested. I don't think Boomy's bringing Mortal Strike, do they? I think it's just Damn and Damp. I guess Damp is as close to Mortal Strike as it can be. Sped going in for a big hit shot onto Ori, but he doesn't want to hit into all of those Thorns. He just actually going to go for a bit of a reset. Got himself a Sippy Cup. An opener with, actually a Shadow Step with a Sap. Got himself the Kyrian Sippy Cup too. What kind of a Kyrian go does he have, by the way? Like, what kind of soulbind does he got? Ori, actually not sitting on stun at all for long. Bashing Sped, who's going to trick it out of it. Cloak Shadow is being used, trying to knock the Rogue back, but isn't able to. Works up with a quick Cyclone. As Sped has no answer for this one. Ori able to recover and might be able to keep Rogue in combat without letting him catch a re-stealth or get that Kyrian buff. Leaping in onto the Rogue. Big Kyrian buff rolling for Ori. Sped getting taken for a ride with all the Star Surges. Is going to get himself Shadow Meld re-stealth. But the dots, I think, are going to get him out either way once the shield is off. Yep, unless Ori just wants to capitalize on it. Looks like Ori kind of wants to. Kind of want to capitalize on it. He knows the Rogue is nearby. Sped, does he have Moonfire Sunfire on him? I don't think he does. I think he's clean. Yeah, I think it waited out long enough and he's clean. Ori had the big CA, but couldn't quite finish sped there. That's a rough one. Was the best class in the spec for PvP? Chat, what do you guys think is the best class for PvP? I think Windwalkers are kind of nutty. Am I wrong to say that? I think Windwalkers are kind of nutty. Only Pharaoh got mortal. It'd be interesting if casters had a mortal. I guess hunters technically have a mortal strike effect when they have a right pet. But most casters don't have a mortal strike effect like baked in, right? Maybe Dash Warlock with like certain PvP talents. Sped trying to get himself a big cheap shot opener. Going to be Ori with a Barks and immediately bash onto Sped. Let's see if it go. Silence onto Sped. Trying to go for the big setup. Let's see if the Kirin go. He does everything. Trying to go for the big Fear of Balloon. Trying to stay ahead of the Rogue. Rogue actually juking him up but standing still. Running in the other direction. Letting Ori propel himself forward. Ori does like ballerina move. It was graceful. But Ori still trying to see if he can find the Rogue. He's re-styled by Sped. Landing a sap on the poor old sap Ori. Is Sped still dotted? Did he remove the dots? He just lose dots. I think Ori might have not been able to dot him up too much. I think Ori just went in for a bash into as much damage as he could. Because this Rogue just isn't sitting in dots at all. Eyes are back up. Oh, one eye is up. 66% dampening. This is actually getting a better duel for Sped over time. Sped doesn't have a lot of healing, but as long as he has immunities like Cloak, Vanish, Evasion, basic immunity, I think he'll be okay. He actually has a chance here. Ori mounted up, just waiting out, seeing if he finds the Rogue. He probably sees the Rogue now if he goes around the pillar. He knows, dude, he knows. In bear from just in case. Swapping it out. All specs are druid, you think sub boomy? Pharaoh hands down. Pharaoh's are pretty good too. Judging on how Survival did earlier, I was gonna say them. Survival is pretty good for duels. I won't say like they're not super tanky, that's their only big thing. They're only not super tanky, but like they're really good in damage. Like if you played like perfectly as Survival, then I think you could do really well. But I think it does put more pressure on Survival than some of the other specs out there. I feel like there are other classes that are more forgiving for PvP, like survivability wise. Getting a shot for Ori, Dusty Trinket, Bear from Barksy should be able to live this. It looks like Sped doesn't want to really commit too much. He's gonna trick out of the bash. No Cloak of Shadows just yet. Vanish! Ori hits him with a roar, but doesn't get Sped out of the way. Ori didn't go for Moonfire or Sunfire. So it is a little bit unfortunate. But Sped, this is how he ends up getting away. So maybe for Ori, bashing and then dotting Sped might not be a bad idea. At least forcing a Cloak out of the Rogue or something. But he did give himself a full reset. Or maybe he did like a Bear Thrash or something. Just any kind of dot, you know? Any kind of dodge you can make safely. Ori hanging out in stealth. In cat form, just kind of prowling around, trying not to stay in one place for too long. And Sped is looking for him. We are getting into that 76% dampening. Sped no longer with a trinket. Ori holding on to his. Sped with a Cloak of Shadows. So if Ori can go for a bash biggest burst before the Cloak can make a play, he might be alright. Going for a booming form, trying to see if he can mount up. There's going to be a sap by the Rogue, not in bear form. So it's got a bat for Ori. Trinket for Ori with the roar. It is going to get some dots on the Sped. Learns lesson from last time. Bash, trying to make the most damage happen here. Probably got a big Cloak out of the Rogue. No, wait, stone for a second. Cloak from the Rogue in the last second. Trying to get some damage back to Ori. It's going to be bear from for Ori with a blind. As Sped is looking for a reset, get himself a sippy cup rolling too. Rogue sippy cup, Kieran sippy cup. He got all the sippies, dude. He got the sippies, but I think Ori did dot him. Right? Ori did dot him, right? No, Cloak. Everyone removed it. What am I talking about? 80% dampening, and Ori is back in the prowl, dude. Eyes are back up. He could find Sped and maybe try to see if we can take him out. He does have the Ori to go through and the bulk. So if Ori can somehow just whittle down the Rogue and maybe just wipe him out as a Kyrian, it would be pretty good for him. It's gonna be really tough for him though. At least got some regrowth, dude. At 80% dampening, at least he could heal Sword up. The Rogue without a Cloak, he got banished. He got triggered very soon. Does he sap him? Does he AoE? The Rogue doesn't want to AoE, dude. Normally a Rogue would just fan just to see if he could find him, but he doesn't want to. He knows this could be really bad. Like a bash into a big burst could be pretty bad for him. Could be unrecoverable this time around. Actually, he got Trinket. But Ori, since he didn't find the Rogue, he's got to go for recovery. And Rogue is just recouping cooldowns, recouping that health. Yeah, Ori, I think with this Rogue, is not going to be put in a position where he can just come back at all, dude. Unless he can just blast the rest of that team and just play super extra perfectly. I guess a Shadow Priest with a stun and silence, and a Monk with the birds that they do, like without a trinket in every defensive and insane mobility. Ori does have pretty good mobility, but I don't really know if it's possible. Shaman's good? Yeah, Shaman's also pretty good. I agree with you too. Down game is best. That's the name. Somebody's gonna be like, why did Alan say that he is the best? I don't get it. What did he go? But I'm like, no, that's still what it is. The chat name. Ah. This is the most friendly ult for people main a rogue. People that main a rogue, I think hunters are really good. Warlocks are really good too. Warlocks are fun. Hunters, warlocks, maybe even mages. Those are all really fun. Basically any caster in my opinion. Beacon and Shadow to Ori. Sped going in for Dami. No Shadow Blades. Is playing that Kyrian. Quick root by Ori. Bash with the Sped. As Ori's gonna go for some Dami. Sped is not shrinking out of this. Looks like he's gonna maybe go late. That's gonna be tricky for Ori though. As Sped trying to see if he can blast out of there. Is gonna be hitting it to Ori. Those thorns though slowing Sped down quite a bit. Looks like Sped is gonna be able to get himself a complete reset. Cloak of Shadows was used. Ori trying to see if he can just roar out of there. Pick up the second set of ice. Good dot Sped right now. Shoot dot him. There it is. Ori, I think that's gonna be his last stand here. Big. Cheap shot by the rogue. No Barks, and I think it might be over. Wait, Ori could be in a bad spot. Does the rogue have the damage? Psycho trying to come out for the rogue. Does interrupted. War stomp for Ori. And that's it, man. That is rough. That's a rough matchup. That's a rough matchup that went into high dampening. iFox, not bad by the way. 4. Pretty good. It's pretty good. Don't play Warlock if you want a PvP. What do you mean? Destro? You guys don't think you should play Destro? I thought Destro was pretty good for PvP. Am I wrong on that? Oh my god. Alrighty, boys. Alrighty, boys. I think it's gonna be it for our duels for the day, man. I think it's gonna be it. Thank you, boys, so much. Go bye to the duels for the day, dude. That last one, man, that's a hard one. How does it boom me? I think the only way Ori wins that is maybe actually I think only way Ori wins that is if he just gets the biggest setup with CA and Kyrian and everything crits. Like you gotta be able to nuke someone down, like the rogue, for example, right? There's a couple times so close, he got spashed into war sub, just need one more ability, and the rogue cloaks and just runs out of them. It's crazy. Guys would have a word with you for real. Sped did play cool, yeah, didn't do bad at all. Didn't do bad at all though. Monks are pretty good though. Yeah, monks are pretty good. I guess you could play like as a rogue. I like to play a class that's not similar to rogue, that's different, but still like fun. Like, I guess if you play rogue, you play Demon Hunter, Monk, or Feral. Like, they're very similar to rogue if you just want, like, a different character, but similar gameplay. Boomy wins without damp, but 80% damp, Boomy can't win. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Recommend other Shaman for PvP? Yeah, Ellie is really cool, too. Ellie's a lot of fun. I remember, like, for rogues, I recommend a caster for PvP. Because I think you can, one, learn a lot from casters, but two, like, you'll find, like, the rogue meticulous planning playstyle, like, it fits for a caster, because a caster you kind of need to be a little bit meticulous, too. Right? Like some classes, like on a Paladin, Death Knight, or Warrior, you just gotta run in and you do damage. Things are hitting, you press a defensive. With rogues, like if you press evasion, you can't just press evasion, just you're fine. You have to face your target, you have to utilize CC in order to take off pressure off yourself. You have to be very clever with your mobility, like running away from a guy that's blasting damage to you, like juking him out off a ledge, like helps out a ton, you know? So if you play a rogue and I feel like a caster has a bit more preparation to it, I feel like as a rogue player, you will be kind of used to it. And you'll have a bit of fun because you can just hit enemies from super far away. I think that's another difference too. Like as a rogue, you can't really run into a big team fight, right? You kind of want to sneak around the side, maybe hit the back line, hit tap one of the healers, maybe shadow step up with the healers, throw them a small bomb, nuke you down before people surround you, and nuke you down. But as a caster, you can just kind of enjoy that. Oh, let me just kind of shoot spells at you from a distance. I do enjoy it though. Like that's why I like Hunter, even Survival Hunter. Like as melee as it is, you can just do so much from range, and you can just kind of be in safety for the most part. But you're a hunter, you know, Stun can lock you down. Other stream guy, hope to see you Monday. Yo, we will be back Monday, getting some of our alts out of the way, boys. Getting some keys done on a few characters. I do need to do more keys on my alt characters this week, probably today, probably even right now after the stream. I want to get some food, and then I need to get some work done, and I need to get some alt stuff done. That'll be really fun. Very, 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 very fun. But yeah, thank you so much for coming by. I do appreciate you, all of you. You guys are beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, boys, I'll see you guys in the next stream, okay? Hey, Zod, my man, you just joined out now, dude. That's okay, man. We had a good stream, man. We had 2 hours, 44 minutes of stream. It was a good time, man. It was a good time with the NA boys. We had groups. We had boys that were really excited for it, dude. We had a lot of duels this week, man. EU and NA, man. That's crazy. Thank you, boys, so much for coming by. I appreciate all of you. You guys are beautiful. Super fun hanging out with all of you. I'll see you guys, boys, next stream Monday. Alrighty? You guys take it easy. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
speed of light is a kind of elixir of life. Because time slows down close to the speed of light, special relativity provides us with a means of going